The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance. The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is Baba Gusta, supported by Ubisoft Association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. So I just happened to miss out that little bit there, but hey, it's us once again, welcoming you to Season 2, and the grand beginning to that will be from the first match on Coastline. Syndicate facing off the Resistance, and I cannot wait to get into the match with you people as Baba Gusta. As we head on to this beautiful map of Coastline, what are your thoughts getting right into this matchup?
Well, Foxy, with the qualifiers matchup coming up, it is going to be very interesting because this is where we get to see most of the players have a chance to be in this season. That would be from them selecting to division 3, and if they do get a chance of being promoted, we might be able to see them promoting to div 2 and div 1. So but for now they have to complete the qualifiers phase, which in fact is a single elims, I believe, as the first ban comes in from the attackers from the resistance. He's going to be banning the Nomad in the first ban. Knowing that the map is coastline, the um, the amount of flank holdings coming in from the attackers proved to be quite effective for the defenders, which would force them to go more of like an extended roam and a normal hold, most probably like a turtle hold. So eliminating nomad off the phrase will give them multiple amount of opportunities to maybe go for a run out or a spawn peek. A second attacker ban comes in, and it is going to be the Blackbeard, followed up with Syndicate banning the Valkyrie. Both of the Navy SEALs operator won't be in play in map coastline. So looks like the Resistance have already confirmed their ban, and I think it's going to be the Pulse. Very interesting ban. We don't get to see a Pulse ban quite a lot, but this ban might be able to shape a bit because especially on the sites like second floor hookah, there is a higher, maybe a little bit of a chance where we might be able to see a Pulse being played. Not a lot. We do get to see a Pulse ban, and neither do we get to see Pulse being picked on map coastline. So I I don't think why. Maybe it can be a targeted ban from the Team Syndicate. But talking about the rosters on the side of Team Resistance, we have Godfire, Iron Bat, Kid Velu, Numb, and Dark Lord. And on the side of Syndicate, it is Hazi, Dhanu, Prodigy, Raksan, and Cherry. And the first site is going to be on second floor hookah lounge, followed up with the sixth pick coming in from Dhanu as he switches from the Melusi to the Mute. So technically, two of the SAS operators on defense, and James Cauldron, aka the Sledge, will be in play in attack.
That's right. That's going to be the lineup from both of these sides. And more interestingly, the rosters is what happens to interest me here. We've got our former Team Waham members on the side of the Resistance. Danu, Raksan, we've seen them before. Cherry as well happens to have the Team Area 69 legacy to his name from the previous league in the Esports Club. So many familiar names that we are getting to see here. And from the side of Syndicate, I wouldn't really say we've got familiar names, but hey, it is the Syndicate. Let's see if they're a tough fight for the Resistance or not. Quite interestingly, so somewhere in the lines of what both these teams' names happen to define, I think both of them have the similar meaning. Honestly, it's just a little something I just happened to notice. But anyways, that out of the way, we got ourselves a nice map, at least to begin off season 2. That's something I've got to point out. You know, it's not the regular Oregon or the clubhouse that we get to see a whole lot. We got some color into what we'll be seeing first match on up. And very interestingly, so a frag heavy map with frag heavy, frag inclined, I would say, dependent players. That's what at least both of these teams suggest from what they have to offer. Let's see what they have to offer. The Godfire already rappelling on the side of Hookah. That is the Ash. Trying to get some pre-fires in. It's not going to be able to convert much. Can only understand that. Danu, meanwhile, starts off things. That'll be the first frag for this match, and Numb takes the fall. The man will be left numb for the rest of the match. That's the Zofia not being able to do so much work this time around. Danu did walk away with that kill all the way on the side of the security room. I believe that is on the side of reception. Can only make sense. Coastline, it does happen to be a very spread out map. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to have your attack inclined on that spread out push as well. You want to be a little more, I would say, objective oriented in terms of how you want your push to happen. But right now, it's just not the fact that I'm getting to see from Syndicate. Prodigy very comfortable on site. I don't get to see a whole lot of vertical gameplay as well from the side of this attacking team. And already the Maestro is picking another fight. And that'll be his to win. Dark Lord takes the fall. Does manage to pop up an EMP before he goes down though. But hey, I don't think that's going to help him a whole lot with his dead body on the same place that he happened to throw his EMP down on. Iron Bat will be on the rappel on the side of the aquarium balcony, while the Ashes on the drone all the way on the side of Sunrise. Once again, very spread out from the side of Syndicate, what they're trying to bring here. And Kidwell will be establishing vertical gameplay on the side of Kitchen. I'm not sure what is going down from. No, he's not establishing vertical gameplay. He's just making headway on the side of luggage to re-establish control with the ace. That's good stuff. Finally, we've got the attacker slowly closing in onto this common goal that they want to achieve here. But Raksan already starts off things, and the ace takes the fall. The refrag was in, but that was on Cherry. Raksan gets his double, that is. The Maestro goes on about this, and it's all on a Godfire. He did happen to hit a Legion Goo Mine, and he won't survive that either. That'll be the Legion's kill to take, and as he will be the one to finish that up, the Resistance will be taking the first round at least on this attacker favorite map, and looks like Syndicate has to make sure they put their feet on the pedal a little. They go a little overboard with what they're trying to bring on board, because a little too spread out, honestly. Not the kind of stuff I was expecting right off the bat, at least on a map like Coastline. Very attacker favorite map, can take advantage right away with the bans happening to be in their favor. Let's see what Route 2 has in store. The side this time around will be on the kitchen and service entrance.
Well, the best part about the qualifier phase is that you do get to see a lot of different operators being picked, especially Hazy is going to be playing as the Doc, and the Jackal will be played on map Coastline where Numb is playing. And also keep that in mind, the Thatcher is not banned on map Coastline, because most of the time Thatcher isn't that required. Especially if the site is on the first floor blue bar, because most of the time you do place those Jaegers, ADSs, and Vamai's magnet nades to make sure that the Thatcher's EMP will be there to disable all of those important utility, so that they'll be able to eliminate those deployable shield. But now, since the site is on the first floor kitchen, we did see Syndicate picking the Thatcher in the first round. Didn't quite work out well in their favor, so they decided to pick a different operator instead, and I believe that would be the Ash. Unfortunately, with her being disconnected, I believe a rehost won't be in play. Yep, looks like it is going to be a 4v5 situation, a very uncomfortable situation for Syndicate to be in, knowing for the fact that round 1 did go to the favor of the defenders. Action phase will be in play. We do see the Jaeger from my combo. Not quite sure where they placed their deployable shield. Oh, there we go. We do see a total of 2 deployable shields, one in the kitchen, one right in the reception wall near which connects to the service entrance, as the defenders can be able to hold an angle. We do see a footholds being made from the smokes, devastating shotgun. And with that, we just Resistance have to just wait for the attackers to apparently push in, get control of a particular place, and hopefully they'll be able to eliminate the defenders. Hazy will be able to detect one, but it would be wise for him to not go in that gunfight, so he decides to fall back to the security. Meanwhile, we do see the Jackal's Inox scanner detecting exactly where Jaeger positioning is, and that should be in the second floor penthouse. So with good amount of information, the attacker's main objective is to eliminate those roamers as best as possible, especially the Jaeger, who is holding on all by himself on second floor penthouse, and Hazy maybe he might be able to go back upstairs to provide some cover from his teammate. We do see Danu with a bullet peek, but that first pick comes in as Raksan will be there to eliminate Iron Bat. The ace won't be in play in round 2. The Heart Breacher won't be available for the attacker. It looks like Godfire. He knows that the dog is in, pushing towards the security. Does he seize the aggression? Yes, he does. And he eliminates it, eliminating Hazy with a perfect headshot. With Vamai holding on towards the kitchen, Dark Lord in the roof, he will be able to relocate back to the luggage. He knows that there is one player playing also very close on the stairs, and he will get it, eliminating Cherry, giving them the control of the second floor penthouse. They do have those necessary explosions to make lines of sight right from the second floor penthouse, and I believe they decide to just go for the gunfire instead, pushing towards the reception. Do they know that there is the Legion playing also very close on the security room, in which IQ apparently pushed in? They have less amount of information, and looks like one player already goes down, and that would be the IQ. Danu, with a perfect patience, reclaiming the site on the security room, will be able to get that kill. Dark Lord, knowing that there is the Legion pushing towards, Dark Lord will be able to get it, but no, he does not. The pistol will be there to get that final kill, eliminating Dark Lord. Resistance will win round 2 on first floor kitchen. As we take a look at an ACT Fibernet's instant replay, all Legion had to do was to get back the control on security, eliminating the IQ. Not only did he eliminate the IQ, but also he did eliminate the other 2 players. That would be the Zofia and the Jackal. giving them the win that they need. Two defending rounds goes to the favor of Team Resistance. As we proceed to round 3, first floor blue bar is going to be the site, and we do see a Caviera in play.
Hey man, honestly, we've got to give it to Danu with that triple kill towards the end of the round. That was everything that was needed from the side of the Legion. That first the down came in, then the drop from the hatch, and then the finish up. Despite being stunned from the Zophia's utility lifelines, he still got that kill with the pistol. Really good stuff from him. Resistance will be 2-0 up Syndicate. They're just not able to put up a fight right now, but hey, the second round was a little more in their control. Despite starting off a 4v5, they happened to bring it to a 3v3, and it looked really good with those 2 kills that the IQ, that is Godfire, and Dark Lord on the Zofia in the last round as well, that they happened to bring out. Great stuff, and once again, with the lack of a player I can get, the emphasis on a hard breacher is not as much as we get to see otherwise on Coastline, just in general as well. You know, we still do have the Hibana picks coming out once in a while. There are multiple opportunities that you can create for yourselves, even on a map like Coastline. It's not entirely anti-hard breach of a map. That being said, we've only got the A's being brought out from the side of Syndicate, and hey, that's just the new just the new toy, at least in terms of the hard breach operators go, as far as they go, is what players like to bring out, and that's what we've seen them use. Ironbat already very strong with what he's bringing out. He's still not had his shining moment though. Honestly, Ironbat still got to bring out a whole lot more than he has been offering so far. But it's only 2 rounds in, and we've got a whole match left ahead for a story to tell. Let's see what we've got. Godfire back on the IQ. Just trying to find all the utility that is up on site. Won't be seeing any heavy intel ops being played except for the mute and the Legion. Obviously, that is for the IQ to detect. There you go. One of the Legion mines being taken care of. But that's not huge. You still got the mute to worry about. Honestly, that is what is going to deny the intel for the attackers. And they're already crippled with the man count. The intel is definitely something that they strive for right now. The resistance using the mute is the best possible outcome for them. And it does happen to secure the best possible outcomes. Ace already coming up with the Silma breaches on the hatch, and there'll be the hookah hatch taken care of. Opens up that angle right on the couches of Sunrise Bar. Godfire, meanwhile, once again, he likes to be, I think he likes to roam on the top floor, but not for long. Not at least while Hazy is here with the long angle being played from the bathrooms. Num, meanwhile, is going to drop. Raksani drops another. Prodigy goes down. That's a quick double kill for the Jackal. Num is going to be very happy about that, as that does put this round back into a man count equalizer. A 3 versus 3. Looking very much like what it was in the last round, except, of course, for the members who are alive/dead. Well, speaking of dead people, we've got one more added to that. Num after that double kill won't be staying alive for long. Danu gets a double once again. What is this man having for breakfast today? Does he get the triple? No, it'll be Hazy to pick that kill away. And that was just Num and Darkla trying to act up for the team. But once again, Danu and Hazy from the side of the resistance. Quick double kills for this round, and that was theirs to grab. We'll be taking a quick look at that in the ACT Fibernet instant replay as well, people. As we'll be going to round 4, very, very inclined in the favor of the defense. 0-3 is the scoreline, as the resistance are looking very strong, but I'm still looking for a fight back potential from their opponents. Let's see what Syndicate has to offer.
Well, with Team Resistance winning 3 defense rounds in a row, they are quite confident. They still have 3 more defending rounds to go. We do see a 6-pick coming in from both the teams, where Dark Lord switches from the Dokebi to the Amaru, as Danu will switch to the same 6-pick yet again, switching off from the Melusi to the Mute. Now, I believe the Mute has the MP5K in hand. No, he does not. He has the SAS shotgun, one of the most devastating shotgun in both the close and mid-range, if aimed correctly. With that, Syndicate, they need to be careful that this is a single LM's qualifier. So if they lose, they will be eliminated out of this tournament and quite possibly won't have a spot in Division 3. So Syndicate, if if they do need to make a comeback, this would be the time. This would be
10
the
seconds to
time to
go.
make it happen. With that, currently Syndicate having a
5 seconds remaining.
one-man disconnect. Quite unfortunately, they have to somehow figure out a way to
Attackers'
cripple
objective is
the
to locate a
Resistance's
bomb and
defense.
defuse it.
Action phase will be in play. We do see the Alda spawn peak being introduced in the hookah lounge window, but nonetheless, we don't see any attackers spawning in towards the ruins, because some of them are already spawned in towards the main entrance, and quite possibly, actually, not from the ruins, it's from the pool side. I do have to apologize for that. So with that, the attackers will drone it out, and looks like one of the players on the side of resistance will be down and confirmed killed, as Num pushes in towards the kitchen. Keep that in mind, he has a diffuser in hand. If the defenders take control of the situation, aka eliminating the jackal, things would go in favor of resistance if they take hold of it. Prodigy thinking of going for a jiggle peek with the SMG-11. Quite risky, but if he does gets that kill, that would be a miracle. But looks like Cherry, right from the aquarium, will be able to stop the push coming in from the aquarium, eliminating the Amaru, which should make it a 3v4 situation. They still have a lot of minutes. Quite interestingly, we don't see any drones coming in from the
Bomb
attackers,
located by
except
attackers.
Godfire is playing as the Ash. It looks like Iron Bat will be able to find a weakness from the resistance, eliminating Raksan. The Alda, who was apparently holding on the angle from the hookah window, will be eliminated, but his Maestro's Evil Eye Camps will be available, giving them the information that they need so that they'll be able to use those smoke gas canisters or the Nitrocell C4s to halt the push coming in from the attackers. The deployable shield, Iron Bat needs to be careful. He has
Attackers
two
have
of
dropped
those
the
smoke
bomb
grenades
diffusers.
and one less player on the side of Team Syndicate, as Danu with the SMG-11 will be able to eliminate the Jackal, and the diffuser is down in the first floor kitchen, which leads to Godfire and Iron Bat making a play. And currently the Ash is in the toilets, which are connect near, right from the reception or from the kitchen, decides to push in the reception hall instead, hoping to find a weakness, at least hoping to find at least one of the operators who's playing also very close on the blue entrance. Will it happen, or will this time will be the time will be able to eliminate the attackers? Instead, the push comes in. Confirmation will be there with the
Attackers have
SMG-11
located a bomb.
eliminating the Ash, which gives Iron Bat in a 1v3 situation. Currently pushing in from the aquarium. Information is relayed, and the rotate will appear from the Jaeger. It would be best to not go in a battle, even if it's a 1v3 situation. There is a higher chances where we do see those 1v3 happening. Prodigy using those smoke gas canisters to make sure that the attackers have a lot of problems, and the C4 will come up to eliminate Iron Bat as resistance. Very strong on defense, winning round 4 on the second floor hookah yet again as we proceed to round 5. Looks like on the side of defense, they're not stopping.
Well, that's going to be the case for the resistance so far. 0 to 4 once again. Very dominating performance, no doubt in that. But hey, like I said in the last round, I'm going to say that again. I would not count Syndicate out of the fight yet. It's Coastline. Anything could happen. They might be suffering from the one-man loss already. You know, not just having a pair of hands less at work, but more importantly, it's wait. There we go. As we speak about it, looks like we'll be having the disconnected brethren back into the lobby. That's right. We'll be going into a quick rehost, people, and
Attackers need to locate and
we'll be
defuse
right
the
back
bomb.
with the match, and no issues there. As if Syndicate will be regrouping, reanalyzing what they have to do, and like I said, not counting them out, and now definitely not. You've got 5 men in the lobby. You definitely stand a chance, and just the way Coastline happens to be played, I wouldn't say there's much you can work around. It does look like Resistance has come out strong. They do happen to be very familiar with the waters of the league. You know, honestly, they've felt the heat in the air, and they've been top contenders in the league back to back. The At least the players they have been. So I would say Syndicate does have an uphill task to the team that they put up against. But on a map like Coastline, honestly, anything is possible. You've just got to bring out the right plays, and let's see if Syndicate is up to that or not.
Well, with Syndicate suffering from a 4v5 situation for the past 3 rounds, they'll finally ask for that rehost. So hopefully we might be able to see some wonderful plays coming in from Syndicate. Although I do have to appreciate how well that they use their drone works to find out what exactly their positioning is. The only problem was at the execution phase, where they tried to box the roamers out, hopefully to eliminate them, but couldn't get the refrag. Especially on round one, we did see the IQ eliminating the talk right from the reception room, but did not expect a flank coming in from the region, from the Legion, in which he took a total of 3 kills right from that security room. One from the hatch, one from the reception, and the third from the Jaeger, who was trying to, he was currently trying to, go through from the rotation being made from the service entrance. And an interesting defense strategy being used from the defenders as well. Two deployable shields in the first floor kitchen site. One, yeah, one was in the first floor kitchen, second was near the rotation hole being made from the reception. Gives the defenders a lot of opportunities, but also the attackers as well, if they get a hold of both the office and the reception. The reason why I said offices is most of the time you do see some rotations coming in from the defenders. So if they hold those specific flank rotations, they'll be able to at least push in, hopefully make a perfect attack, the angles being placed from the attackers, and hopefully get those kills. But they even with the droners coming in from Syndicate, there is not quite a lot to talk about it, because I do have some hopes for them. I mean, the way how these guys have executed, the way how they made sure that the aggressive plays from the defenders won't work out. Especially you did see from the fourth round second floor hookah, where you did see the maestro with the Alda LMG trying to go for a spawn fake right from the pool side. Eventually didn't quite work out well, because that's how attentive the attackers are. They know that there is a spawn peak. They know that they are cautious about it, and they're making good progress. The only problem is at the time of execution phase, where they would live, where they would be in a most probably like a in a 2v4 or a 2v5 situation, in which at the time of execution they have less amount of utilities to deal with. They only have to believe in their gun plays, and you have all the defender utilities, especially the smoke gas canisters, to put to fend away the attackers. They don't have enough amount of time, they'll be forced to push in, and the defenders are making the job well. So for the attackers, if they at least get an early amount of kills, one or two early amount of kills, maybe we might be able to see Syndicate making a bounce back against the resistance.
I just realized I'm mute once again. Thank you for making me realize that. As anyways, that out of the way, I'll have to agree with you on that, Baba. Just the way this has been going forward, expecting more from the syndicate is something that we are doing. But yeah, just on the statistics wise and on paper, resistance is looking a whole lot more in composure, a whole lot more in terms of what they've brought on board at least so far as well. Even the Maestro spawn pick, I think he was just he was not overcommitted to that spawn pick. Honestly, it was just like a show of power that all right, we are in the lead, we can take this risk. Even if I happen to lose my life here, my team has still got this, right?
Yeah.
They've got the insurance right now, and they can always fall back on stuff like that. So that out of the way, I think we might be in for a very interesting and a very spicy match, just because of all the five men back in the lobby for the Saturday Syndicate. Sometimes you just have like a huge moral boost, and like, all right, it's all five of us, we can make this comeback. It's totally doable, and it's just stuff like that, moments in the team. As I gradually reach the point of things I run out to say, i I think we've got information that apparently he's happened to disconnect again, and we might be going into a 4v5 again. So everything I just talked about morale might not be applicable, but hey, it's all right. Let's just face it. It's going to be a difficult climb for Syndicate. Honestly, now that I think about it, they're going to be heading into this 4v5. Knowing that it's an attacker favorite map, they're not able to put the attacker rounds on board. It's been a little bumpy, but 4-0, it's just too much that the resistance is not going to let them walk away with. Honestly, that's the outlook that I'm going for here, because the resistance just wants this a spot. As you know, people, out of the 55 teams we've had in the qualifiers, only 5 teams get to make it in the division matches. That's right, tough competition. So it's basically the meat grinder out here in the qualifiers for season two. So all the teams out here will be giving their best. There's no mercy at all. You are out there looking to beat down your opponent and move ahead in the stage, because only 5 of them will be allowed into Division Three. That being said, we've just we've actually just got some information that we'll be spending a little more time analyzing and breaking down stuff that just happened to go down in season one. Honestly, that I think will be different in season two. See, knowing that we did have a very new teams and thrown in the mix for Division Three, all right, in season one, no lies there. But more importantly, it's the fact that Division Three left us all surprised either way. Even before, we would have multiple clutches and big aces and big matches come out from season three, division three, excuse me. That's what the qualifiers are already promising out to be. Just the way this match happens to be a little too inclined to the side of resistance. We do get to see such matches only when it comes to division three play days. So that is something I think we'll still have in the mix. Division three is still going to have that little surprise element. You never know who's going to walk away with a win. You never know if it's going to be a clean sweep, or you never know if you're going to overtime. That being said, now with the relegations and promotions coming in, the Division One teams going to Division Two, and once again Division Two forming that little bloodbath division, the slaughterhouse mode that it happens to enter towards the middle of the league. Where the top teams from Div Three and the bottom three teams from Div One happen to just collide against each other. I think that's what happens to build up Division Two play days quite a bit, and that's what we'll be looking out for in season two. That's what adds so much more spice to it. And then, well, Division One play days will be on Saturdays and Sundays, people. For everybody out there who wants to look for some top tier gameplay. Speaking of which, top tier gameplay will be brought to you in as many streams as possible. Will be on and about it from the afternoon till about night. So trying to bring you the best of the best gameplay and as much as we can, people. That's right. So that was the overview we did have about the upcoming season two and the play days that it will be divided into. And speaking of which, coming back to the moment in hand, qualifiers going on, and already we've got these matches coming up. Speaking of the matches coming up, after this we've got Naughty Indians playing versus Cloud 69. So both of these teams, very great references to some things I cannot talk about and some things I can talk about. But after that, we've got at 8 p.m. joining us Raxi Esports versus Call Me. I feel like that lacks a little suffix to it. If the team had like a Call Me, maybe it could still have like a theme song to it, but
Call Me might
Carly
be.
Rae Jepsen is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we've got 2 more matches lined up after this, people. That's not it from the qualifiers for today. Speaking of which, we might be into this match very soon. But Baba, any thoughts? Anything you want to let us know before we get into this match very
Yeah,
quickly?
actually.
So, people, once again,
Yeah.
apologies for the delay.
I mean, talking about the season one standings, I mean, Union Gaming on top on Division 1. Monka as Team L2K are currently first, second, third place in Division 1. Followed up with the E-Samurai Esports, Mercenaries, Red Vipers in Division 2. These three teams will be in Division 1 going up against the best of the best. And also down Division 3, how can I not forget about Vanquish Paradox Gaming on first place, Exterminate in second place, and Protest Esports. These teams will be promoted to Div 2. So quite an exciting matches that we do get to see from season 2. But for now, we are back. Syndicate versus Resistance, map Coastline 0 to 4 favoring on the defenders, and the site is going to be on first floor kitchen. And an unexpected turn of events for Syndicate, although they did ask for a rehost, but unfortunately due to some technical difficulties, he did not arrive, which would lead them being in yet another 4v5 situation. First floor kitchen is going to be the side. We do see Dark Lord playing as the Sledge. We might be able to see a control of second floor penthouse. followed up with those soft breaches from the floors to give lines of access right from below. But for that, they need to control the side. They need to have a control of specific rooms, in which I believe Raksan and Dhanu will be there doing the room duty. So hopefully, let's see how it's going to work out. For Syndicate, they need at least a total of 2 rounds, knowing for the fact that this is the first half, and for 2 rounds, it would be best for Syndicate to get at least a win of 1 or 2 attacks, so that in the second half, they'll be able to make a proper comeback. We do see the same setup lines from the resistance, and with that the action phase will be in play. We do see a total of 3 attackers spawned in from the main entrance, and just as I was talking about, it's going to be Cherry and Dhanu who's going to be holding on from the second floor hallway, holding from the second floor penthouse, theater, Hall of Fame, and the VIP room. So that, I mean, that's basically the main choke points for the attackers to push in. So if they eliminate it would be a good cause for them. We do see Hazy with the Dock MP5 1.5x magnification scope. With that, he's just going to be defending on from the security room, hoping that the attackers were, if the attackers do try to get a control from the reception, he will be prepared. He will be ready with those stim pistols, being very aggressive, and looks like he actually wants to challenge to a gunfight against the Ace, who is holding on from the entrance of the reception room. With that, just going to be a lot of moves. We do see some good amount of drone works coming in from Syndicate. That's what I've been talking about since the last rehost, where we did have a conversation about them. Drone works is really good. We did not get to see any early kills coming in from the resistance. Most of the time, they do have to worry about the mid games and the late games. So somehow, if they do work out of finding a solution of how to do it, maybe they'll be able to win at least 1 attack rounds. We do see the Jackal scan coming in, detecting one of the players, and he will get it, eliminating Dhanu. The player who was in the second floor penthouse won't be available, and Number think got a lot of damage, but the push comes in from the Jaeger. Does not see that the sledge is already in the site. He's going to knife the Jaeger, and just like that, two defenders on the side of Team Resistance loses the control of the second floor. With that, the sledge won't have any problem of using his a breaching hammer to open up floors, to make lines of sight, and hopefully to eliminate the important defenders who is currently holding to the side. Iron Bat, does he know that there's playing on reception? No, he does not. The Dock will be there to eliminate Iron Bat, giving them much more of a breathing room, so to speak. Only have to worry about the office and the other 2 players who's apparently in the second floor penthouse, making the floor opening up. As he being detected from the door, needs to be careful of the push coming in from the Zofia, but looks like he doesn't have any problems dealing with it. Godfire goes down, but will it be the third? Yes, it does, eliminating Numb. Hazy is on fire. 3 kills in his name, 1 more to make it an almost ace. Will it happen, or will Dark Lord be able to shut it down? That's well, it's going to be an interesting question. With the diffuser being down, 15 seconds left, Raksan trying to engage in a gunfight, and looks like Hazy will be able to take a 4K. The Resistance staying strong, winning round 5 on first floor kitchen. As we proceed to round 6, the first half almost coming to an end, where Resistance is on a roll.
And almost flawless first half indeed. 5-0 already. Round 6 will be underway. We've got Blue Bar and Sunrise Bar coming in as a side from the Resistance. Meanwhile, the operator picks once again from the side of the attack is going to be the Jackal, Ash, Sledge, and Ace. Once again, the emphasis on the Ace. We can get it. I mean, great gun. I'm not sure why you would still bring him, because the emphasis on the hard breach is clearly just not working out for them. And looking for alternatives is the right thing to do right now. Honestly, that's what it looks like. And hey, it's Coastline. But like we happen to do the same speculations between the time we had it, between the rehost. Resistance is looking so much more composed in terms of what they're doing, and they've got the experience to what they're supposed to do as well. All right, Syndicate just feeling a little off. I don't blame them. They can still make the best out of this. Let's see what round 6 has got to offer before we go for the roll swap, before the side switch. I'm sure Syndicate has something to show us. Dhanu has brought up the mute once again. Good crippling of the information from the side of the attackers. I like the emphasis on the mute. Got Legion with the information trade-off with the Valkyrie ban coming in. Not a huge fan of the Maestro pick, and that's why they've remoted, I guess. they themselves weren't, because you're implying so much more on information that is just not, it's just not dynamic enough. You're trying to bring out aggression against Syndicate. That's what Resistance has been trying to do. That's what has been their motto, at least after the second round. We did see the Maestro pick come out, and despite that, the spawn peak. So the aggression is definitely on the cards here for the side of the defense, and it's been paying out for them so far. Let's see if round 6 happens to be one such round or not. Raxan employing the very long angle. In fact, that angle happens to be all the way from Courtyard outside of Sunrise. Really long angle being employed by him. They've still got him. That is the kitchen hallway. In fact, they got him holding on to that. Meanwhile, Numb and the Ash, they'll be making their way on the side of Hookah. Iron Bat has got the drone works in on the Jaeger as well. Who's actually busy on his own cams. I think he's got somebody watching that doorway at least, if not himself, with the cams that he's onto. Jaeger being very careful right now. Cherry, that is, he must be facing heat right now for the push coming in. And yes, he will. He'll get the first frag in. Iron Bat takes the fall. And that's Urias once again denied of the push. Godfire, meanwhile, is going to get the frag onto Danu. And that'll be a mute taken off as he drops himself some respects in the chat. That's a little bit of a self-respect. Honestly, now that that came out of my mouth, it sounds so awkward. I'm not going to talk about that again. There's no dropping self-respects in the chat. Somebody else has got a drop for you. But anyways, that out of the way, we've got... I still got the soft reach coming in from the Jackal. Raxan does take some few shots. I think that's from Dark Lord from above with all the soft breeze that is going on. Dark Lord walks away with that kill eventually, though. Raxan will be taking that fall, and that'll be your Mumbai taken off the board. Once again, we've seen this from quite a while now, the 3 versus 3 curse that Syndicate is just not able to break. They're back on the man count equalizer, but will they be able to make the best out of this 1 minute situation? No, they won't, as Cherry gets that double kill for himself, dropping the head of Dark Lord along with the diffuser. Numb taking so much damage from the smoke. Not sure how he's able to walk away with this. Cherry, meanwhile, gets this triple. Does he get the fourth? He knows the Jackal is here, but he walks away with the pre-fire, and he'll get that frag. 1 versus 2 with only 5 HP left, and this is looking like a nightmare for Syndicate Esports, and he'll go down to the Legion Man of all things. Funny death, and a very, very happy victory for the side of the Resistance, as we'll be taking a quick look at that end of the round in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Round 7 will be going ahead, and we are looking at the Resistance on a 6-0 match point, staring right into a flawless victory with the 4v5 unfortunate series of unfortunate events that Syndicate has happened to go through today.
Well, with that, a flawless first half coming in from Resistance as they are in match point. One more attack rounds to seal their win against Team Syndicate. But will it happen? We do see SSP coming in from Raxan, switching from the Gridlock to the Ash, and Dark Lord switching from the Vigil to the Smoke. Now, Smoke is considered to be one of the most highly picked operators on defense. Why? Because he has a shotgun which can be able to make rotation holds, deployable shield so that he can be able to hold his angles, and also his smoke gas canisters to prevent push coming in from the attackers. I mean, it's more of like an important operator to play with, so not picking Smoke would also have a bit of problems for the defenders to hold on to a particular site. But with them being in play, on a map like Coastline, we might be able to see some major changes coming in. With that, we do see a crouched and a vault rotation right from the billiards room. If the vault rotation is basically used to just hold an angle, not to technically pass through from 1 to 1. So with that, we'll see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase. Numb thinking of going for a hold right from the reception. For a moment there, I thought he was going for a spawn peak. The only problem is this, he doesn't have any information on where exactly the attacker's positioning is, so it would be wise for him to not just go for a blind decision. With that, we do see the attackers of the Resistance, one repelled in, maybe going for the roof, maybe going for a control of the second floor hallway to make sure that the Romo's presence would be deactivated on the side of Team Syndicate. We do see Godfire holding up the angle with the T5 SMG 1.5x magnification scope from the office. But does he know that there is a push coming in? Yes, he does, and he claims the kill. Raxan goes down, and with that, Syndicate just made it into a 4v4 possible win situation. On defense, we have some hopes so that Syndicate can be able to salvage this round out, but will it happen is the biggest question. Godfire getting the first frag will be able to ease the problems coming in from the defenders, but at what cost? We do see Hazy getting back the control on the officers, as the droners will be able to detect where exactly the Jaeger's location is. Cherry needs to be careful because there is Jaeger playing also very close from the windows. If they get those perfect information, in which they will, they'll be able to win that gunfight. Who's going to win it? It's going to be the attackers, all right, the resistance, making sure that the Romans will be clear at the best amount possible so that they'll be able to resume their work to getting control of the site and planting the diffuser. With that, Godfire will also be detected from the drone. He needs to be prepared, and he needs to be he needs to make sure that his aims are accurate, and looks like AZ with a bit of damage being dealt from the Godfire, and vice versa, won't be able to get the confirmation just yet. Cherry pushing in with the commando assault rifle, and he will get it, making it a 2v4 situation. All Resistance needs to do is just plant the diffuser on default, in which Dr. would be there to deny it. He has a total of 3 smoke gas canisters. One will be used to not make it happen, so that then that means they have to wait for a total of 30 seconds. With that, Dark Lord with the SMG-11 holding the angle right from the hallways, and the EMPs will be used to make sure that none of those smoke gas canisters won't work out. As the plant comes in from Prodigy, will it happen? Yes, it does. Smoke goes down, and with it, Iron Bat will go down indeed. Resistance with a flawless victory, 7-0, as we take a look at it in ACT Fibernet's instant replay. Flawless victory on the side of on the Resistance, 7-0. What a wonderful performance that we do get to see in the qualifier phase of match 1.
Honestly, that was an amazing match, and what a beginning that could be for season 2. Honestly, a 7-0 start off already from the side of the Resistance. So I'll be expecting more from them as we go ahead in the qualifiers, as that was indeed the first match that we had for ourselves. As we'll be taking a quick look at the highlights in just a moment, people. Don't worry what just went down in the match. I'm very excited to have that discussion with Baba. We have this little bit going on because it's always nice to break down the little things in the match. And speaking of which, Baba,
Mhm.
uh, how did you enjoy the match? Coastline, we both happen to be fans of Coastline, so
Mhm. Yep. I mean, talking about the match, Foxy, like at the first, I do kind of feel bad for Syndicate because they had to deal with a 4-5 situation. Although the early kills which came in from both defense and attacks were good. The only problem was on the execution phase and on the mid rounds, where the defenders would always recover their man count back up, making it from a 4v4 into a 4v2 situation instantly. And then when the execution comes in, it was more of like Syndicate always in a either in a 1v3 or a 1v4 situation. As we take a look at it in the relive the moment, we'll get to talk about the number of match round, what exactly happened and what exactly not. The first round, it was the Team Resistance, where we did get to see that good flanks coming in from the region, especially from the security room, eliminating the IQ, the Jackal, and the Zofia all in one go. Switched off the pistol to get that perfect kill, and I believe that was on round 2. I do have to apologize for that. Round 3, it was on first floor blue. We did get to see some good amount of aggression coming in from the attackers, especially the Jackal. He was doing his best, eliminating at least 1 or 2 players in the hand. To be honest, he eliminated the smoke, which gave the attackers the opportunity to go for a plant. But due to having less amount of communications, drone works has been, the drone economy from the attackers were eliminated quite a lot, which gave them no information on what exactly to do, what exactly to not do. And with that, they had a lot of problems dealing with Cherry with the triple kill in his hand. He did get extremely good shutdown from the Jackal, and then he just got stung by the Legion Goo Mine, which would give Resistance an easy recovery on round 6. And then we did get to see the final round on round 7. Second floor hookah was the site. We did see some impressive push from the attackers, and I do have to appreciate the Legion. He did his best to hold from the aquarium hatch, where he did eliminate the hatch, in which it did eliminate the Ash, but unfortunately could not win the gunfight against the Zofia. And with that, the entire team just starts to crumble down, and Resistance in a flawless win, 7-0. An impressive performance from Resistance. if they do, however, keep maintaining that momentum, maybe we may be able to see them in Division 3 matchups, and it's really going to be an exciting one, Foxy.
Definitely, definitely. It's going to be an exciting one as we still do have more excitement coming to your screens, people. This was just the first match for today. We've got Naughty Indians versus Cloud69 coming to your screens in just a bit, as we'll be right back in just a quick break, people. I'm Foxtrot, and this is my co host, Baba Gusta, and we'll be back with the second match for season 2 in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is my lovely co-host, Baba Gusta and Eisen on the back end. And we're here to witness the match of Not Indians versus Cloud69 on Coastline again. Quite interestingly, so it's going to be this colorful map. So, Baba, how do you feel getting into this match that we will be in just a moment?
Well, talking about the matches that we did get to see on the previous round, map Coastline, I believe that was a Syndicate versus Resistance, a flawless victory 7-0. This match is going to be very interesting. Naughty Indians versus Cloud69 on map Coastline. Yet again, this time we might be able to see something interesting coming in, knowing for the fact that Team Naughty Indians, I do see a former player on Vector Sports, Cyan in the team, and also Ashrit Banaya on the attackers. Most probably we do see some good players on the side of defense too. So let's see with the ban phase what kind of operators that they are going to ban. Since the map is Coastline, eliminating Nomad would be their first top priority. But looks like Mike Baker, aka the Thatcher, will be banned. Quite a standard ban, as I would like to call it. It's Thatcher being yet another standard ban on attacking, knowing for the fact that his EMPs will provide good amount of good amount of the utilities being disabled thanks to his EMPs, followed up with a Montaigne ban coming in from Naughty Indians on the side of attacks. Looks like they don't want to be met up against a shield operator. I do kind of agree why, but it could have been better. I mean, it's their I mean, it's their pick on what which kind of bans I do want to take it. So I just don't want to talk more about it. As the first ban comes in on the side of Naughty Indians, it is going to be the Jaeger. Interestingly enough, eliminating Aegir would provide the attackers to bring in Ying. Now, Ying's Candelas, she has a total of, she has a total of 3 Candelas, in which the attackers, all they have to do is just throw it near the site. They don't have to worry about the ADSs, except the Womize Magnet nades, so that they'll be flashed and they'll be, free to push in, eliminating the entire team. Followed up with the Clash ban coming in from Cloud69, that would end the ban phase. Thatcher, Montaigne, Jaeger, and the Clash, which would give a lot of defenders being unbanned. Quite interestingly, you do have the Mira, you do have the Valkyrie, the Maestro, which would give a lot of information from the defenders. But let's see how it's going to work out for them as we proceed to the first round, starting up with the introduction of the rosters. From Naughty Indians, we have Naughty Body, Naughty Sam, Naughty Mando, Ashrit the Bania, and Cyan. Followed up on the side of Cloud69, we have Psycho Sieger, Manny 2K, Slimy Ranger, Tiny Mop, and Aim for the Head. As we talk about the 6 picks, Naughty Sam switching up for the Fuse to the Amaru, followed up with the Slimy Ranger switching from a Melusi to the Legion. With that, the first round will be in play, and I will leave the mic back to you, Foxy.
Thank you for that lovely introduction into the match, and looks like we've got ourselves some very familiar former names in a very new rebrand of sorts. Naughty Indians will be sporting a very famous roster that we've seen. We've seen the boys before, we've seen them in and around, and we are seeing them once again in the qualifiers. Hopefully we'll get to see them in Division 3, as that's what our Naughty Indians fans must be looking for. But we've got Cloud69 as well on the other hand, who want to find themselves in Division 3. So speaking of Cloud69, I've got to be honest here. Very new names and not really familiar to the playstyle of what they happen to bring out, but it's Coastline. It's necessarily the flexible map that you can take for yourselves and your playstyle in this game. So yeah, that's what will be brought on board. Ashwin the Bunny has already brought out the Lion. Naughty Sam will be making his way quickly on the top of White Stairs. That's with the Amaru, while we are waiting for the head. Looking for drones, Tiny Mop on the side, but here's the play, people. The Amaru pushed in a little too early without any drone works, and Money made sure he got the first frag in, but Naughty Mando is here, inside Hookah somehow. The Ashes made her way in, trying to find the second. Yes, she will, and that is Naughty Mando, in fact. Manning the gun, Zofia meanwhile is going to shine in. Naughty Body is going to get a frag, but Naughty Mando is not stopping. He gets a triple kill. Where is Slimy Ranger? He's picking up a fight with the Zofia, but she'll win that anyway. Naughty Body gets that final frag before going down. And we'll be taking a quick look at that frenzy of the first round of kills that we got to see in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Quite the bloodbath, and it was Naughty Indians standing on top of it towards the end. Now that I think about it, just saying that Naughty Indians and standing on top of it in one sentence just gives so many more double entendres compared to what I would just say for any other team. Anyways, that out of the way, it's definitely going to be a weird word, ocean of words I'm gonna have to look for as I speak about Naughty Indians. But they've definitely put up the first round on board, being on attack, taking that advantage right in their pockets for the while. That win was definitely necessary for the momentum. The second round will be under play, and we've got the 6 picks rolling in as well.
Well, with that, we will commence round 2. The site will be the same. Second floor hookah, and hopefully we might see Cloud69 hoping to defend the aggressive plays coming in from the attackers. They did, however, expect the Amaru pushing in from the aquarium, but they did not expect the entire team pushing in towards the site, in which the attackers got the opportunity to eliminate them. With that, we still have 15 seconds more for the defenders to make their preparations. Most probably, just to reinforce those specific walls in which the attacker doesn't want to create lines of sight, especially from the roof. Although we don't see any hard breaches in play except the Maverick, which he could be able to rappel in right from the roof, but it is more of like a risky play because he's exposed to 2 angles, right from the luggage hallway towards the hallway.
Baba, just to chime in here a little bit, I think the Maverick is being brought on board from the side of Naughty Indians just for the nades and the gun that he happens to bring out, because I don't see a huge emphasis of the Maverick anyway from their play style, and the Maverick in general is a very off pick when you think about Coastline as a map, right? But hey, that being said, over to you.
Yeah, well, talking about that, already the chaos is happening. It looks like Naughty Indians are trying to make their way towards the site, but Cloud69 on the side of defense, they're making sure that they would held their aggressive plays. We do see them getting the control on the side of the aquarium with Lion having the diffuser in hand, but Psycho Sieger with the AUG will be able to held their push, eliminating Cyan, but that flashbang will be able to blind him. The second EE1D scanner will be in play as the plant will commence. Where's the pressing? They don't have any C4 and neither does the man count. Both of them goes down as Naughty Mando gets a triple kill, and with that post-plant situation comes in and Slimy Ranger needs to find 2 more players, make that a 1v1. Slimy Ranger with the MP5 eliminating Naughty Mando will be able to make his amends. That aggressive push, will it happen? Or will the Lion, the V308 primary rifle, will be able to eliminate Slimy Ranger once and for all? He has a good amount of information. The attackers will be able to relay when and where exactly the push will commence. And talking about it, the defenders, they only have 10 seconds left. The minimum time required to go for the defuse is a minimum of 6 seconds, but the push will come in, which would be in a no point of return. Ashrit, well, decides to fall back, giving no minute, as Naughty Indians will win round 2, second floor hookah yet again. An impressive performance coming in on the side of the attackers to rush, although it was a kind of back and forth from both the teams. And with that, round 3 will commence, and it is going to be 2-0 favoring on the side of the attackers this time. With if we do take a look at the scoreboard, we do see a total of 6 kills coming in from Naughty Mando. The man who was playing as the Sledge, he made sure that he'll be able to provide some cover for his teammate, especially when he was defending, when he was planting his diffuser, in which it did work out well. As we proceed to round 3, first floor kitchen is going to be the site, and as I was worried about it, Ying will be in play, knowing that the Jaeger is banned in this specific match, which gives Bomai the only operator to counter Ying's Candela. 6 pick comes in, as we do see a switch, we do see a Twitch being brought up with the 416 DMR.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Quite interestingly so, I'm loving the read on from Naughty Indians that the site now is going to be kitchen most probably, because we do see Simon bringing out the glass along with the Ying being emphasized from Naughty Mando. That's something else that you did happen to mention, but hey, the glass into play, we might be looking at a possible quick plant situation from the side of Naughty Indians, and just the way this match happens to go forward, let's see what more they have in store. Talked about this before. A very familiar roster we happening to see right now from Naughty Indians. And they just have their moment right now to prove what they've got in store. Meanwhile, Tiny Mop has brought up the Mira. That is going to be something that they've got to be scared of at least. Mira definitely happens to be the game changer on so many more sites than in general that you just happen to see the normal emphasis of your, the normal defenders that you happen to bring out on a general scale. Mira does happen to be that meta-changing operator. So yeah, speaking of which, the marksman rifle being used from Naughty Body, as the line charges are already coming out, the E1D is being popped, and here comes the dump of the utility from the attackers, but it's going to be the head popped from aim for the head, but two heads quickly pop on the other side, and not in the favor of Cloud69. Naughty Sam and Cyan are going to get two frags themselves until Naughty Mando is going to get refragged from Money 2K20. 2K01. Meanwhile, Cyan gets another one off with the glass peak here. He's able to walk away with this while Ashwin Bania is taking the plant. It's 2 versus 3. Money is in a really difficult spot. He does not know there's Naughty Sam right beside him, and he's going to get that prone peak with the drop shot in. Simple kill for the man. It's all down to the Malusi, Slimy Ranger. As much as that name happens to gross me out, he's going to get a frag in. Does he get the clutch or not? Is the real question right now. Slimy Ranger on this potential clutch moment. But he's not going to get it. Nor the hip fire. Disrespect is coming in from Naughty Sam. He won't be able to get that. Melusi walks away with that frag anyway. It's a 1 versus 1 against Ashwin Bania. He's going to have to go for the full rotate. He's got this diffuser once again in a 1 versus 1. We did see the line in the same hands before. And that's it. There's the diffuser. Time over. Done and dusted. And that'll be another on Naughty Indians able to walk away with. Ashwin Bania just adding insult to injury with that frag coming in onto Slimy Ranger. And stopping that potential clutch as well. Look at that pre-fire. Look at the enthusiasm on the man. Speaking of which, we'll be taking a quick look at that in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Round 3 went to Naughty Indians once again. And hey, just like it said, nobody does it better. 3-0, and we're headed to round 4.
Well, 3-0 favoring on the side of Naughty Indians on attack. With an impressive aggression from the attackers. They're not stopping an inch. And looks like round 4, we're going to be seeing a second floor penthouse being brought up. As we do see Valkyrie being played on the side of Psycho Seizure. To be honest, the Vamai in which we did see him play for the past 2 rounds, he did his best. He did, however, recovered the round from the aggressive push coming in from the attackers, but it wasn't enough because most of the time, even with the winning a good amount of gun plays, he couldn't win the number of man counts in which Naughty Indians had. With that, 3-0 is the scoreline favoring the attackers. Cloud69 needs to do something about this, especially on second floor penthouse, in which it is rarely the side in which we do get to see being picked. And now it is time for the defenders to, make some strategies, hopefully to counter something, so that the on the side of Naughty Indians, they won't be able to go for that good push. Although in the previous round, I kind of thought that there would be a Finca in play, but instead it was the Twitch instead. But it did work out in the end. Action phase will be in play. We do see the Amaru still being picked from Naughty Sam, and we may be able to see some Gara hooks being used from the windows to give good amount of access from the cool vibe stage. No, actually he does not. He has to open up the walls, followed up with the Sledge's breaching hammer, opening up the barricade of the second floor penthouse window. With that, the attackers are already in quick succession. The only problem is that they don't have confirmations, and they do need some information on where exactly the roamers is currently being held on to. With Valkyrie playing close on the side of kitchen, actually that is Slimy Ranger playing on the side of kitchen. If he gets the confirmation that there is IQ playing nearby to his specific location, he needs to be careful. But Naughty Sam, what is going on? He uses the Gara hook right from the hatch, finds the head of the dog, and he just instantly goes down. That, I did not expect it to see that, ladies and gentlemen, as the attackers quickly gain control of the side of second floor penthouse. All they need is to go for the plant as Tiny Mob gets the confirmation, eliminating Naughty Sam. But here comes the AUG, aim for the head, eliminating Naughty Mando. Ashrit on the other hand with the Lion's primary rifle to be able to eliminate one more, making it a 3-3 equalizer. The wall banks come in from the Sledge, won't be able to get the confirmation, but Ashrit He's here for the plant. He needs 1 more seconds, and with that, he's going to succeed. Post plant coming in on the side of Naughty Indians yet again, and Cloud69 in a terrific positioning yet again. 33 seconds, actually 30 seconds left for the defenders, and they need to find at least one of the players. And looks like timing injury will be able to find one. Ashret falling back, Cyan with a beautiful angle right from the hatch. Going to eliminate Psycho. They still have the C4, but doesn't have good amount of information. There is a lot of flashbangs being thrown, but here comes the runner from Slimy Ranger, making it a double kill, but they don't have enough amount of time. Cyan still has 1 more flashbang, but does it happen here? Tiny Mob going for the defuse. He has to go for the drop. Ash, will it happen? Yes, it does, and just like that, Cyan will go down. But with that, Naughty Indians will win round 4. What a chaos that we did get to witness, but in the end, Naughty Indians will recover. As we take a look at an ACT Fabrinet's instant replay, 4 attacker rounds goes to the favor of Team Naughty Indians, and they will never stop until they reach their end goal.
Hey man, like I said, it's been quite the dominance, 4-0 already, and it's been quite the post-plan situations that we're getting to see Naughty Indians find. Just a second here. There you go. I had to quickly just myself, as I don't know what has hit my sore throat today, but anyways, it is a little hoarse. Just gonna leave that aside. Speaking of which, North Indians though they've been amazing today, and more importantly, it looks like we might be getting to see another entry into a potential Division 3 team building up. Would love to see them happen to play in the league, but more importantly, here's the fact. We're getting to see the pent-out defense once again from the side of Cloud69, and the emphasis from our community, just as long as the memes go, I've got to let it out. It's actually amazing. I mean, we're getting to see Naughty Indians and Cloud69 face off in one match. It is a little, you know, the chances of coincidences are a little too less, but they are pretty good, and that's what huge shout out to the meme boys out there who happen to be captains of such teams, and we come out with such names. It's amazing to watch such names, honestly. That out of the way, we've got we got this round underway. More importantly, obviously, round 5 will be here, and not a huge change in terms of what the side of the attackers have brought on board, along with the aggression once again from Naughty Sam. He's looking for a frag, but he does not know he's left Slimy Ranger back and all the way on to straight hookah. Actually, he's not even going to be a problem for him anymore because he's already onto site. Naughty Sam gets a free pass onto site. Manda walks away with another kill. Tiny Mob takes the fall. Does he know that over my playing here? Yes, he does. Hops onto him and pounces him. That's one more defender. There goes another. Naughty Sam is at it. Triple kill for the man, as the Amaru is not taking any of it until Slimy Ranger finally answers back, and Naughty Manda will be taking the fall. Sam trying to find one more, but he gets shut down himself, and this might be another mount that the Malusi is trying to make for her clutch that she could not possibly convert the last time around. And once again, we're kicked into the post plan. It won't last for long though. The Kali is here, and Naughty Body will make sure that Slimy Ranger is going to be sent back in a body bag for now. But speaking of which, we'll take a quick look at that in the ACT 5-minute instant replay, as Naughty Indians, like I said, people, nobody does it better, and they've been doing it back to back, 5 rounds in succession. 5-0 is the dominant scoreline as we are looking on to round 6.
Well, round 6 will be in play, and the aggression from Team Naughty Indians will never stop. 5-0 on attack. It is such a rare thing to see, because most of the time you do see defenders getting a lot of advantage, but on the map like Coastline, looks like Team Naughty Indians have got it covered. Although I do have to apologize in the previous round where I did said Clown69, so I do have to apologize. It was most of a slip of the tongue. I'm just trying to try to practice pronunciation as best as possible, but that's a conversation for yet another day. For now, Naughty Indians 5-0 as we proceed to almost the end of the first half, and unfortunately for the defenders, they haven't won a single defender rounds. With that, they are always in a post-plan situation in which the Cloud 69 is apparently in most probably in a 1v3 or a 3v3 situation, which leads to Slimy Ranger, who's playing as the Melusi. He's been performing well, getting those important frags, most probably around 2 to 3 kills in the average first or two rounds, but couldn't get the win nonetheless. With that, action phase will be in play, and I believe Amaru is just one step away of using her Gara hook to hopefully get those important information so that he'll be able to get in. And looks like he's not going to waste any time. Is he's going to use it to push in towards the sunrise? No, he's actually think of making a decision either to go on the second floor billiards or from the first floor sunrise. He's just waiting for the Lions EE1D scanner to come in, and looks like Amaru is going in. Billiards room pushes here. EE1D scanner will be in play, but looks like a lot of damage being dealt. As Naughty Indians will claim a life of 2 players on the side of defenders. Make that a 3 as Naughty Sam gets a double kill. Make that a another one. Naughty Sam with a triple kill, and just like that, Naughty Indians, they don't have any problems recovering it. 6 attack rounds goes to the favor of Team Naughty Indians as we take a look at ACT Fibernet's instant replay. Man, with that, they are in match point, and this is one of the most fastest matches that I did get to see here, Foxy.
And I think that's few of the blessings of Coastline. I think the first match as well was a 7-0. Will the second one be a 7-0 or not is the question we are staring into. No dirt thrown towards Cloud 69. Obviously, my men have done whatever they could. Honestly, they brought out the best, but it was not enough. Evidently, it was not 6-0. The match is not over yet, people. It still could be a potential comeback we might get to see from this team. You know, this is where the legends are built. And speaking of which, I just realized I went a little overboard with what I was trying to convey. The fact that we're going back to Penthouse, and that'll be the first side right off the bat from Naughty Indians. Coming out really strong here with the Frost pick. You've got the Frost. All right, you've got the Mira. You've got the Melusi and the Vamai and the Castle. Very interesting set of ops coming in from the side of the defense, honestly, and this will be an interesting take to see if they're able to walk away with a 7-0 or not. As if we could, Aizen, not quick look at the scoreboard would let us suggest who's. Oh, look at that Slimy Ranger with 8 frags. But on the opposite side, we've got Naughty Sam. Very naughty plays today, 10 frags for himself. And meanwhile, Naughty Mando following up with him on the second position with 7 frags for himself. So great stuff in terms of frag potential from Naughty Indians. It's been 2 of them. Oh, as I speak about it, Naughty Mando starts off with a spawn peak. That's the castle spawn peak with the UMP, and that'll be Tiny mobbed out of existence for the first round. He has to refrag it, leaves back in from Slimy Ranger though. The man's been able to get in some frags for his team. He's been out fragging at least the cloud of the side of Cloud Area 69, Cloud 69. Never mind, I just happened to mix out 2 names, and this is what happens, you know. It's a lot of confusion. And speaking of which, Cyan taking advantage of the confusion Slimy Ranger was in, will be getting himself a nice and an easy headshot. Will be dispatching the Twitch as well. That was, in fact, the heavy lifter from the side of their opponents. And here goes Cyan once again. He's allowed to do this for some reason. Cyan is he's made this balcony his hangout spot. He's going to go a little further and drop down from that balcony though. And he's found another fight, but his friends are here to win it anyway. And we'll be taking a quick look at that in the ACT 5-minute instant replay. But does it even matter, people? 7-0, and Naughty Indians take it. As you almost had it. You almost had it, people. Yeah, I know you guys are laughing, Baba Gusta and Aizen, but no, it's Naughty Indians who will be taking this match, and in a very dominating fashion. That's more important here, I think. Quite interestingly so. And 2 coastline matches, 7-0 back to back, and I wouldn't say I'm very surprised. It's just the fact that it's qualifiers. We get to see matches like these a little one-sided, but that does give so much more. At least I would like to say to the teams that lost today, staying on the side of the zeros, don't give up. You've still got multiple seasons coming up after this, and you've got your equal chance to come back and perform on this league, because this is in fact the pro league, and the pro league gives everybody an opportunity here. So that being said, that's quite the second match, and speaking of which, we'll be quickly going into reliving the moment of what the match happened to show us. It was definitely will look like a more naughty Indians highlight reel, but hey, then again, who does not love to see some amazing shots? That being said, we'll be reliving the moments of this match, people, right now on your screens. As Baba, would you please walk us through?
Well, Foxy, starting off with the Team Naughty Indians, they just kept, being aggressive on attack. You do see the Amaru being picked. You do see, Ashrith using the EE1D scanner to make sure that the attackers stays put, so that when the push happens, they'll be able to eliminate it. So, most for the past 6 rounds, we did see the defenders try to retaliate back, especially Slimy Ranger, who's playing as the Lucy, the MP5 in hand. He did try to recover the round, almost making it more of a clutchable situation. But it was every single time where Cloud69 tried to be in much more of like in a uncomfortable situation, that they would actually more of let loose. They didn't have good amount of information, due to which the attackers were pressuring a lot. Although it was a good run out from Slimy Ranger, making sure that the repeller was apparently dropping in from the second floor penthouse. They did, however, get the opportunity, but there wasn't any cover from the defenders. We did see Slimy Ranger was rushing in from the second floor penthouse, try to give the proper cover, but he could not. He was too late, because with the run out that he made right from the service entrance, he couldn't get back into the site. Well, it was, talking about all of the matches, there is not quite a lot to be talking about. It was more of like a post-plan situation. E1Ds, the Amara's Gara hooks being in a perfect position, getting those important kills, eliminating the important anchors, as well as the particular sites in which they were in. And it was more of like a coordinated, aggressive push. Once there was the fuses cluster charges, you have, the E1D scanner followed up with some grenades, and they just immediately start to push in. They have good amount of angles. They just have to worry about one or two specific angles, and this was the place where Naughty Sam did get his triple kill. And for me, I would say that I was I was more of like confused on what was happening, to be honest, on the side of defense. Although in attack they did try their best to handle the aggressiveness from the defenders, but my god, Cyan, he just went up and beyond. He just decided to stay outside, giving the detection rate, and still the defenders figured out a way to eliminate them, giving Naughty Indians the win 7-0. Quite an unexpected turn of events that we do get to see, and that too 6 wins on attack. It is quite rare to see in a game of Siege winning a total of 6 attack rounds. So what an entertaining match that we did get to see.
Once again, I happened to miss out a word as I spoke while I was muted. But that is so true, Babu. So I'm going to have to agree with you on that. We've got back-to-back 7-0 matches. We've got another match coming right after this. Don't worry, people. This was not the end of it. This was not the end of the season to beginning that we had. Congratulations for the winners of the first 2 matches. That is, we had the Resistance win over Syndicate 7-0. And we had Not Indians just a moment ago win over Cloud69 7-0. The next match coming up is going to be Raxi Esports versus Call Me. It's going to be an interesting match. I'm not sure what map we're going to yet, as we're still yet to get that information from the admins. But I can promise you one thing. We'll be back in just a moment, people. This is me signing out with Baba Gusta, and we'll be joining you guys with the third match, to end the day for Season 2 in just a bit. Stay tuned, grab your popcorn, and stay ready. Some spicy Siege action is coming to your screens. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. I'm your host Foxtrot with Baba Gusta, supported by Ubisoft in association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. And we're here witnessing the final match for today. It's going to be versus Call Me and Raxi Esports on Cafe Dostoevsky. A very interesting map for happening to go back to this one. We've had quite the emphasis on this one. Comes to Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3 for that matter. Cafe has been the fan favorite, but right now looks like we've found a little bit of a difference just to throw in to end the matches for today. That's going to be on the beginning of season 2. Speaking of which, we've already got the ban phase underway, people, and we'll be going right into it. Baba Gusta, what are your thoughts going ahead into this match? Call Me versus Raxi Esports. We've got history for Raxi Esports, but are we aware of what Call Me has on board?
Well, we're actually about to find out, Foxy. Call me. We have no idea on what kind of players have been playing, but we'll actually get to see when this ban phase comes to an end. The map being on Cafe Dostoevsky, the first ban would be the Thatcher, the standard bans, and Call Me is going to ban the Mountain, the Shield Operator, the EMP won't be in play on the side of attackers, especially on map Cafe Dostoevsky. Followed up with the decent defender bans. Maybe we might see a Mira and Ava Mai. There you go. The first defender ban comes in, as Mira won't be available in this map. So it all goes down to this one final defender ban, because most of the defenders ban that we did see in the previous two matches, it was either Jaeger or Clash or Valkyrie or Pulse, but this time it's going to be the Clash yet again. With that, Raxi Esports will finish up their final ban phase, as it's going to be Thatcher, Montaigne, Mira, and Clash. With that, we will proceed to the operator's pick. Call Me on the attack phase, as well as Raxi Esports on defense. We did see them having a lot of problems in the qualifier phase. Raxi Esports, maybe they may be to be honest, in season 1 they had a lot of problems. For Raxi Esports, they may be able to do something in this season 2, hopefully get that spot from Division 3 will be their main goal. Talking about the rosters on the side of Call Me, we have Sadev, Call Me VC, Call Me Harry, Bila, and Sniper Life Flash. And on the side of Raxi Esports, we have Superman, Easy Kill, Exio, The One, Not Bucky, and Shadow Chaser. As we proceed to the first round, we do 66 come in, as the Ash will be in play. The site will be on third floor bar. We do see a Vamai and a Jaeger both in play. Ezio The One, or in short form, I'll just call him Ezio for now, going to be able to use their deployable shields, the Vama Jaeger combo right on the piano. And quite interestingly, we do see a small rotation hold coming from, a small rotation hold being made from the bathrooms. We do see a mute jammers to jam any of the hard breaching utilities, the Thermite 6 atomic charges, the Hibana 6 Kairos pellets, or the Aces Salma breaches. If they don't, however, eliminate those mute jammers, they won't be able to open up the wall. Stating that the Thatcher is banned, it will be very difficult for them to get to control of those particular plays. Now, action phase will be in play. We do see the attackers, two of them, which would be the Ash and the IQ. Actually, the entire attackers has apparently spawned from the river docks, and they will proceed to go to the roof, open up the hatches, either from a soft breacher, a Zofia, or the Ash would do it, but most probably they need to save their projectiles to take out those deployable shield, so it's best to use the breach charge instead. So Nomad will be the one to use the breaching charge as her secondary gadget, rather than using the flashbangs instead to tire out the ADSs or Vamais. You do still have the Ashes flashbangs, so hopefully they'll be able to make some plays here. We do see two of these hatches being opened, one from the cigar hatch, second from the red stairs hatch. We do see one of the defenders, the mute with the MP5, will be holding angle right from the pillars to make sure if that drop do however come in, he'll be able to get those early frags. The dronauts will come in from the attackers, that would be Call Me, won't be able to they need to be careful of their drone economy, because if they keep on throwing drones from that exact same position, they won't be able to get much more information if they do, however, clear the piano room. With that, Aces Selma Breaches do succeed opening up the right side part of the red stays wall, which the only problem that they do have to be worried about is the Vamai's deployable shield. Now, you do still have the Zofia with her concussive nades to tire out all of those projectiles, but will it work out? The drops will come in. 3 of the attackers, surprisingly, drops from the red stairs as the first frag comes in. It's going to be VC eliminating Ezio. The important kill as the Jaeger won't be in play. Another Vamai nades being used to make sure none of those flashbangs or any of those explosive utilities will be used to take it out, as Superman will be able to use another one. That's a good hard breach capability, actually a soft breach capability from the Ashes breaching charge not being able to work out, as the defenders will be able to eliminate the diffuser, not Bucky. Eliminating VC will give them the opportunity, but the Zofia with the incredible push will be able to eliminate the Vamai, giving them the control on the side of Piano. They have 40 seconds to work this out. Keep that in mind, total of 2 smoke gas canisters have been taken out. That means the attackers have the opportunity to push for the side. The only problem is that they have to win this gunfight, but looks like Shadow Chaser will be able to win his gunfight, eliminating the Zofia, as the last smoke gas canisters will be used to conceal his location. Not Bucky. Needs to be careful as the freezer push will come in, downing him, and that would be the Ash, but needs to be careful on the last player here. The Cocktail Lounge, that would be Shadow Chaser, slowly and steadily creeping in. He doesn't know exactly where the planter is. He doesn't have enough amount of guns. The switches out from the pistol. It is too late. The ace with the final kill will give Call Me winning round 1 on 3rd floor bar, as we take a look at an ACT Fabrinet's instant replay. Good attack coordination coming in from the attackers, eliminating the Vamai, giving the control on the side of Piano, which would give them in the lead. First attack rounds goes to the favor of Call Me. As we proceed to round 2, 3rd floor bar is going to be the side yet again, and hopefully we might be able to see some different changes coming in from the defenders, as Superman will be able to change from the Vamai to the Goyo.
Well, that was definitely a close round, in terms of that little slip up the defenders were allowed to make. But towards the end, it was the attackers indeed towards the end to seal the deal. 1-0 indeed is going to be the scoreline. We're headed to round 2. Bar and Cocktail Lounges once again is going to be the side. So it can only make sense why they want to go back. They still haven't won their R6S Esports. A very trustworthy side indeed. Want to reattempt and try their luck once again, spin the wheel. Who knows what might come out of this one. Not Bucky is going to be back on the smoke. We got Exio the one. He's on the Jaeger as well. Easy kill will be on the Valkyrie. That's enough information trade-off. They had last round as well. And Superman, just like Baba happened to emphasize, has brought out the Goyo. Shadow Chaser, meanwhile, Shadow Chaser 4.0 apparently. This is not just Shadow Chaser, people. It's his 4th best version, and he's playing the Legion right now. That's going to be another set of information trade-off, or at least now something that the attackers will have to worry about. From the side of R6S Esports, they're coming in with everything that they've got, but coming back to what Call Me did happen to bring out, very swift attacking round coming in from them, at least from the first one. It was a little too quick in terms of what they were trying to establish. Map control was done well in advance. They had so much more man advantage as well, going towards the mid round as well. So all in all, 10 by 10 in terms of how the attack went down for them. And hey, that's why they've got 1 point up against R6S. But that's just one round in. We're on round 2 now. Anything could happen. We know that we're a little too early in this game to make any predictions for that matter. Let's see what happens going right into this match. Call Me Harry has brought out the Nomad, and very understandably so, a very opted for operator, I would say, when it comes to a map like this. Interestingly, so the Ash is going to be running the breach charges. Usually we get to see the flashes coming out for burning all of this utility that comes out from the side of the defense. But right now it's going to be Superman with the TCSG gets a frag. Oh, look at that angle. Oh my god. That must have been a spicy one-tap we missed out. But hey, that's okay. Hopefully, Superman, if you do happen to have that clip, please post it on the Discord. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. But jokes aside, we've got Superman still holding that angle. He's got himself a nice stronghold established along with not Bucky, his fellow teammate. The Smoke will be accompanying him, denying so much more ground space for Team Call Me right now. A very interesting name, honestly. Call Me is a very weird name to call out. It's just weird to the sound of it. But hey, that's just the name that I'm talking about, not the gameplay. Sniper Flash is going to take so much damage from that smoke canister, but Colby Beast is allowed to walk away with this. No, not for long. The defuse is going to be dropped because there's the long angle being employed from Exio. The one, he gets a double. In fact, the one finds two. There might be Sadev walking in for another lineup into the crosshair of the Jaeger, but I don't think that's just going to be the case. A C4 comes out, that's going to be from the Valkyrie. Exio is trying to find one more. He might be on a roll here, might be able to find the quad kill for himself, but that's just a question of the 30 seconds that will seem to find ourselves a nice answer very quickly. So, as it looks like another round, as I talked about, coming in for the equalizer from the side of Raxi Esports. Sniper Flash is going to go down to Exio, the one once again, like I talked about, the triple kill comes in. Could this be the quad? No, it'll be easy kill with a very easy kill for Raxi Esports to get round 2 on board with a flawless round coming in from the defenders. And like I said, it'll be Raxi Esports wanting to spin the wheel on Bar and Cocktail Lounges, and looks like it's their lucky day. And more than that, it was pure display of skills that'll be getting them the second round on board. 1-1 is going to be the scoreline, and we'll be heading to round 3. And the site is kitchen service and kitchen cooking.
Well, round 3, we do see an equalizer coming in from both the teams. And looking at the names from Call Me, I just realized that Call Me Harry might be a reference from the Hammer and the Scalpel, from the the Hammer and the Scalpel, the CGI cinematic of Rainbow Six Siege, where we did get to see the character named Harry. So it might be a reference from that. Who knows? Because I do still miss those Road to SI cinematics trailers. Oh, those were the best. But for now, let's just focus on the match. Round 3 is in play. First floor kitchen is going to be the side. We do see a castle being brought up to place those armor panels right from the windows of the courtroom, one from the bar entrance, and maybe his third armor panels right from the small bakery, followed up with a vault rotation. That is the most common placements of armor panel that you do get to see, but the only part is will Raxi Esports decide to hard anchor the bakery side with the help of the deployable shields, the ADSs, as well as the Vamais magnet nades. But we'll see what's going to happen. Yep, proximity mines being used to give a good amount of information on where exactly the attackers is. And just by talking about it, we do see a deployable shield from the bakery, so that the Call Me on the side of attack needs to be careful on that specific hold. With that, we don't see any roam execution coming in from the defenders. You do see the castle holding on towards the courtroom. Superman, he'll just hold on from the VIP lounge for now. You just have to worry on exactly what kind of pushes that the attacker is going to go through. And looks like they will. Small bakery window. He still needs to be careful, but looks like Easy Kill decides to go aggressive with the MP5K, barely alive, as the gunshot is able to warn him to not to go aggressive. With that, the drone work coming in from the attackers. The defenders will make sure it doesn't happen, but looks like Harry will be able to eliminate Easy Kill. The player who was apparently been quite aggressive from the red stairs window won't be able to get a kill, but so does the Nomad, with Ezio getting a quick refrag on towards Harry, and yet another one. Exio is making important plays as he eliminates Bilal. The diffuser goes down, and he knows exactly where that position is. That would be near the small bakery. Sadev needs to be careful with the LMGE. It has good amount of magazine capacity, but the amount of damage and the fire rate is what it lacks. So he just needs to aim at a perfect moment so that he'll be able to eliminate it as best as possible. Looks like the attackers decides to get a control from the train museum so that they'll be able to make lines of sight, or just open up the freezer wall with the hatches from the hatches on the freezer, so that they'll be open up the freezer wall. With that, a lot of time being taken out, and quite surprisingly, we are going to see one of the exothermic charges from the thermite opening up the hatches, which would give a little bit of rotation coming in from the defenders. And looks like Sahadev will be able to eliminate Superman holding on towards from the VIP lounge. He will get the control, but he still needs to get the control on the site. There's only 2 players left. The attackers have the opportunity. All they have to do is make a perfect coordinated push so that they can be able to eliminate the defenders. With that, the freezer wall is not open, but Call Me VC decides to go for the drop and he will fail. Castle with the UMP will be able to eliminate him with a perfect headshot, which makes it a 2v2 situation. The man count is equalized. The attackers are in a problem. 30 seconds left for them. They need to make a play, at least eliminate one of the defenders on the side of Raxi Esports, or else they have the upper hand. With the push coming in, it's going to be a promising push right from the hallway, but will it happen is the biggest question. 15 seconds left. The Zofia will use her concussive needs, but doesn't have any perfect intel on where exactly this positioning is, and looks like that is going to take quite a bit of a toll. Shadow Chaser eliminating Sniper Flash, and with that the timer goes down to 0, with not Bucky with the UMP will be able to eliminate Sahadev as Raxi Esports win round 3. As we take a look at it in ACT Fibernet instant replay, Raxi Esports, especially the Castle, making his play, getting a total of 3 kills with the UMP, will be able to give Raxi Esports the win. Round 3, first floor kitchen goes to the favor of the defenders. As we proceed to round 4, second floor fireplace hall is going to be the side. The score is 1-2.
That's right. The score is going to be in the lead for Axie Esports. They've taken the advantage here. And just like Bob happened to mention, the site is going to be Fireplace and Mining Room this time around. And Superman is going to switch from the Frost onto the Mozzie. Honestly, Frost is not even a bad pick at this point, just the way we've seen some major upsets coming in, even in the division play days. But coming back to the emphasis from Bilal Saab with the fuse though from Call Me. Blackjack must have been a happy man casting this match. He definitely would have been. The fuse emphasis from the side of the attack is what I'll be interested to find out. And more interestingly so, we're getting to see the Termite, the good old reliable heart breacher back run from the side of Call Me VC. Very interestingly so. And excuse me there.
10 seconds left.
Not the best of horse throat days I'm having. Anyways, that out of the way, we've got Shadow Chaser back on the Legion, and very standard stuff from the side of the defense, except for Superman on the Mozzie. Honestly, that's a good change up. Looks like they're striving for a little more information, but just a little more casually. You know, not a huge emphasis from what they want to drain out and act upon. As so far, Raxi Esports were a little out of pacing to what they happened to bring out early on against Call Me. It was just not enough, but at least finally they were able to make sure that they get themselves that advantage. And 2-1, not a bad lead, honestly. Round 4 is already here, and we're getting to see some late reinforcements coming in from Easy Kill. And I wouldn't really blame them. You're just getting your stuff done. You still have your time. There's no hurry. Better late than never, at least. We still got some drone works coming in from the side of the attackers. This is pretty much the phase where the attackers are supposed to be, you know, quick with the trigger, and all that information drain and information gain, in fact, is supposed to be picking up. But quite interestingly, so we don't get to see the site a whole lot when it comes to division play days. But that's what makes qualifiers so much more exciting. We're getting to see a retake hold coming in from the side of the defense as well. So that's so much more exciting. Exio starts things off, and that'll be Call Me Harry saying good night, at least for now. There'll be no more of the sledge, no more of that soft breach. But here's an angle being applied, but the Legion White Peaks close to him. I don't think the Termite knew that, and that'll be Shadow Chaser, who'll be able to find a nice frag for himself. But there goes the Jaeger, quickly falling down to Sahadev on the Zofia's LMG. He's been doing wonders so far. Can he do one once again? Yes, he will be able to. As he happens to just, you know, have a little brain lag moment there. Just pre-firing into the dead body of the Mozzie. Got a 3 versus 3. And it most definitely could go into anybody's favor. 50 seconds left. Only 50 seconds left, speaking of which. And these are going to be the crucial moments for both these teams to perform. It is definitely going to be those nail-biting moments right now. Snipery flashes, pushing up slowly but steadily. He's got a Legion Mine stuck to him. That's going to make things difficult for him. But Ezekiel, low on HP, wants to take this fight firsthand. Not the best thing to do. Sniper Flash has worn out one of the Legion Mines, but is he ready to make the push? 25 seconds left and counting. down to less than that. This is going to be the heat of the moment push for the side of the attack. It's going to be the meta push, but no, the Ash pushes in. She gets the lesion. That's going to be an important frag, and a very important, impactful one indeed. They're going to get a free pass on the side. 15 seconds remain. It's not Bucky. An easy kill. Get ready to get fragged. An easy kill is going to pop off. He gets 2 kills right off the hallway. He gets the 90p kills done right away. But the plan is going down from Sadev to the defenders. No, this can easy kill get his third. I don't think they're aware of this. The plan has still got to be stuck. And there goes easy kill with the triple kill and the counter defuse to finish things off in style. As we'll be taking a quick look at that in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Black Sea Esports are not stopping the lead, people. They'll be taking round 4 as well for themselves, and they'll be kicking this lead up a notch and taking this round for themselves and in their favor. Black Sea Esports coming up to a rusty start, but they're definitely shifted the tides in their favor. And round 5 is looking all the while more promising for them.
Well, Raxi Esports is currently in lead. With that, the site being on third floor bar will also give a higher chances of them winning. Now, on the side of Call Me, especially on the side of the attack phase, the first round did go in the favor of Call Me. I mean, although it is quite, I'm just trying to. I mean, it is a good team. It is a good, usernames and everything. We did actually get to see some good, um, uh, references and memes out of the way. But according to how the performance that these guys have been playing, it's just absolutely amazing, and they are definitely giving it all they've got. But apparently, for the past 3 rounds, they are having a lot of problems dealing with the important players on the side of ACT Esports. That would be Easy Kill and the Shadow Chaser, who've been performing extraordinarily well. Most of the time, you do see Shadow Chaser doing most of the time as a roamer work. Sometimes he always tries to anchor on the site, but having two faces of the same coin at the same time, it's not going to be an ideal answer for them. But it did work out well in the previous round where they were defending on second floor fireplace, although the angle that Shadow Chaser made when he was trying to get in a gunfight against the Ash was more of a very unusual one. But let's see what's going to happen here as we proceed to round 5. 1-3 is the score line. With Call Me, we might be able to see them making a comeback. Will it happen, or will Raxi Esports steal the lead away? We do see a lot of defender scam being looked after from the defenders, and also not to mention the Valkyrie scam being placed at a certain positions, maybe one of them right outside the balcony or from the piano, or right from outside the piano window, so they'll be having good amount of information. Talking about the Valkyrie camps, all 3 of them are currently inside the building, not outside, which would give a good amount of information on what kind of push that the attackers is coming from. Although it is quite interesting to see a Vulcan shield being placed right from the entrance of Freezer, followed up with the White Stairs Vulcan shield being placed, and also a normal deployable shield in the Freezer. With that, we do see the attackers pushing in from the balcony. We do see good amount of repelling games coming in from Call Me. Maybe they are thinking of making a coordinated push, but looks like it's not going to matter here. Easy Kill is going to read it like a book, eliminating Harry, who was apparently repelling in from the windows of White Stairs hallway. With that, already the first early frag goes into the favor of Raxi Esports, and they're making sure that they would keep the lead as best as possible. We do see a exotomic charge being used, and Bilal Saab tries to get the connect, but it wasn't good enough. Easy Kill will be able to salvage it out, eliminating 2 of the important players of Call Me. Harry and Bilal won't be in play. Make that a triple. Sahadev goes down, and looks like the entire team of Call Me is not having a good day either. Call Me in the cigar will be able to eliminate Not Bucky, who was making an angle right from the piano. Unfortunately, he's not going to win that gunfight. But Easy Kill, he's just hungry. He might be able to get the ace. Will he be able to get those good amount of information? Especially both of those players are in the red stairs. All he needs is, he just needs to get a kill. Just keep that in mind. He is in less amount of HP, and those information will be able to relay it. But looks like VC is going to go down from the sprays being made from Superman with the TCSG, which makes it a difficult 1v4 situation. XO will be able to detect where exactly the Ash's positioning is, as he's going to eliminate Easy Kill. The man who made the triple kill will be shut down. With that, 25 seconds left for the attackers, and Ash has just decided to just hold the angle rather than deciding to push. Most probably, they could use this amount of
15
seconds
seconds left.
to talk about it, maybe rethink their strategies so that they'll be able
10
to
seconds
make
left.
sure that they would perform well for the next round. So according to how
5
well the
seconds
pushes have been
remaining.
going on, this will go to the favor of ACT Esports. And there you go, the pre-fire will come in from Ezio, eliminating Sniper Life as they will win round 5. As we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet Instant Replay, ACT Esports with a total of 4 defending rounds in a row. As we proceed to the final first half, round 6, Raxi Esports are in the lead. With that, the side being on first floor kitchen, let's see if which tide favors who.
Well, it's definitely going to be a very interesting match because Raxi Esports starting off a little rusty. Like I said before, handing over the mic to you last time as well, Baba. They definitely picked up the pace on the side of the defense, and knowing that they happen to be on the advantage on a map like Cafe, they knew exactly what they're bringing on board, and they did exactly that. 4-1 is looking like a very comfortable scoreline from where Raxi Esports are sitting at right now,
Attackers
and
need to locate and defuse as many
one
bombs
could
as they
say,
can.
all right, even on the change-up, call me could make the comeback. They happen to be on the defense. As this is a defender-favored map, call me will have a better chance there. They definitely will. But what Raxi Esports is walking away with right now in the second half is the fact that they're able to utilize the maximum advantage given to them. Walking away with a 4-2 would still be in the favor. It'll still be a very good possible outcome. But definitely 5-1 would be sending out like a message out there to call me to really buckle themselves up, because
10
the ride is
seconds
not
left
going to be
before
smooth
insertion.
even if Raxi Esports happens to be on attack. But right now,
Attackers
it's going to be on
discovered the
defense, so let's
location
focus
of
on
a
that.
bomb.
I've got the
5 seconds
Vamai
left.
and the Jaeger being employed. Easy Kill has brought up the Pulse. That's
Attackers
a
are moving
lot.
to defuse
That's
the
that's
bomb.
not a huge information trade-off operator in terms of how you happen to emphasize and play on a map like Cafe. But they still are going with the emphasis on the mute and the castle combo. And honestly, I'm just liking it. At this point, it's working out for them. Call Me is being deprived of that information. It's just making them strive for more head-on engagements, and that is exactly where Raxi Esports is able to convert on. Let's see what will come out of this situation, though. We've got Easy Kill on the roam. Quite interestingly, so the Pulse will be left out with so much utility that he happens to offer away from the site instead of the standard on-site Pulse that we get to see, to just take out anybody who tries to establish vertical gameplay. But there's somebody else, Exio, along with the Pulse, that's a Jaeger, will be on the roam with the man. So two-man roam coming in from the side of the defense. Raxi Esports has had some good defensive rounds, so it can get where they happen to stand on in terms of their confidence levels. But they've got to be careful. Overconfidence could be their undoing. Shadow Chaser right now will be chasing a drone for the moment, and no shadows for the while, because he's got a drone coming right up his alley. He's definitely got to take care of it. Depriving the attackers of the drones is going to be such a huge tool, but already Easy Kill start things off. He's going to get the first frag in, and that'll be Call Me Harry taken down for the count. Your Hibana has been lost, and now, very interestingly so, I just happen to have my happen to land my eyes on it. Got a triple heart breach coming in from Call Me, because you've got the Thermite, you've got the Hibana who's now dead, and you've got the Ace. And speaking of which, the Ash might be right next up on the chopping block, because she's being detected by the proximity alarms quite a bit. But that'll be Call Me VC getting a frag onto Exio the one, while Easy Kill finds a frag on a Sniperly Fly. Easy Kill trying to find his third frag here. Will he be able to onto the Ace? No, he misses his shots. Does not know there's somebody awfully close to him. Does he know there's somebody up right up the hallway? Yes, he does. The flick comes in, and Easy Kill will walk away. Not even looking at the dead body in style, as his name describes. That was an easy kill for him, but not for long. Call Me VC is going to shut down his reign of terror. There's going to be a bloodbath. No, Call Me VC gets another frag. That's a triple for the man, but he gets refragged right back in. Not enough drone works. He's going to put Not Bucky in advantageous spot, and he'll be quick to the trigger to get the frag onto him. Meanwhile, Bilal Saab has made his way in. That's a 1 versus 2 clutch for the man. The Ace has got to find 2 frags. Does he know Shadow Chase is awfully close? And so is the Castle Not Bucky in the same line of sight. He's got to be very careful about this. The smoke comes in, his position being given away. The Castle peaks, and he gets that frag anyway. The double kill for Not Bucky. is going to secure Raxi Esports and put this on a 5-1. And like I said, people, as we take a look at that in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, Raxi Esports sending out a message, not just taking in the lead. We'll be going to round 7 in the second half of this match with the 5-1 dominating scoreline. And this has been quite the day in terms of the dominating performance, just to speak about it.
Well, what a impressive performance from Easy Kill. Getting those 3 kills with the UMP is no joke. With that, making it a 5-1. I do kind of worried about, on the attacker side, especially Call Me, who had a total of 3 hard breaches. It could have been better if they decide to at least pick a sledge instead. They would have made a vertical control right from the second floor train museum, or from from the second floor train
Attackers
museum,
need to
or
locate
at
and
the
defuse
reading
the
room,
bomb.
so that they'll be able to at least get lines of sight from the defenders, or they would at least be able to force the defenders, reposition them in a different place in which the attackers can be able to eliminate them as best as possible. But looks like the attack on how Call Me decided to push on through, it's just, we did see them, both of them pushing from the small bakery. We did see yet another 3 players pushing in from the bar, in which they had to worry about the roamers. But quite unfortunately, Easy Kill getting those 3
10
kills,
seconds to go.
eliminating not only just the hunters but also the hard breachers,
5
which
seconds to
gives
insertion.
Raxi Esports a solid lead. With that, Raxi Esports will be the one who's
Attackers
going to
are
be
moving out
attacking,
to
and
locate
with
a
that,
bomb
the
and
action
defuse it.
phase will commence. We do see a good amount of a change in the operators. We do see Bilal playing as the dog, Sahadev will be playing as the Valkyrie. And with that, we are going to be go for a admin rehost, due to the fact that one of the player on the side of Call Me has a high ping. So maybe they need to fix out a situation, or else it's going to be a lot of problems. So apologies for the inconvenience of being happened here, as we have to go for a admin rehost. So currently, for now, the score is 1-5, favoring on the side of Raxi Esports. Talking about the attack coordinations coming in from Call Me, the first round, I did quite worked out well. They used the good amount of frag grenade. They did, to be honest, they did not use any, they did use the flashbangs to, exhaust the Jaeger's ADSs or Vamai's nades, so that they could at least win that gunfight towards the piano room, in which they actually did. They did get control of the piano. We did see a 3-man drop down from the red stairs going towards the cigar lounge. They did get the control. They only had to go for the plant, in which they did, and that was the only attack rounds in which Call Me won. And then afterwards, it was just, the pain train from Raxi Esports, winning a total of 5 defending rounds. They, especially Easy Kill, we did see him getting a triple kill from the UMP, and now triple kill from the SMG 11. Actually, I guess it was a 4K when it was on round 4, second floor fireplace. He did get a total of 4 kills, having only 10 HP, even which a lot of the disadvantages that the smoke had to be in, he somehow managed to clutch it out. A wonderful performance from Raxi Esports. And Call Me, maybe if they do try to, use some vertical controls, especially when the defenders started to defend on first floor kitchen or the second floor fireplace all. If they do, however, picked a sledge or a similar hard breacher like a Nomad's breach charge would work out, or an IQ's breach charge would have worked out. But not being able to use the vertical control, even when Raxi Esports did not have any of the rumors holding in from that specific position, they could have had the opportunity to at least eliminate 1 or 2, but decide to just believe in gunplay, was the reason why Call Me lost around more of those rounds. I do have to appreciate them winning good amount of gunfights. I like, they're exceptionally well on winning gunfights. We did see Thermite getting a total of 2 to 3 kills, but although getting an advantage is way much more effective than winning more in gunfights, because in gunfights there is always a chances for a trade or a quick trade. So in order for a trade to not happen, we need to use some certain strategies so that they'll be able to eliminate it. So maybe if Call Me, especially on the side of the attack phase, if they do try to fix those mistakes, maybe they'll be able to perform well. But for now, they are in defense. Although we did have to go for an admin rehost due to some player experiencing a lag issues, maybe it will be fixed, and hopefully we'll be able to come back with the match as soon as possible. Now round 7 being on third floor bar, we have absolutely no idea on how well the coordination will be on the side of the defense. We did see a dock being picked up. We did see a different operators being picked up. Not quite sure which one was it though. Actually, have I just check a look at the yeah, there you go. The war that I just checking. We did see a pulse pick on this third floor bar. It is I wouldn't say it is more of like an uncommon thing, especially when the map was on Cafe Dostoevsky, the previous, when the map wasn't reworked at all. People used to pick Pulse a lot because of his cardiac sensors. He could be able to eliminate the planters, who apparently plants in the default spot. But since Rainbow Six Siege has evolved to a certain extent that we do not require a cardiac sensor, we only need information on where exactly that default spot is so that they can pre-prime the C4s to eliminate it. That's how Rainbow Six Siege has evolved for the past maybe 2 to 3 years, and it's great to see how well that the players have been adapted to it. But most of the time we do see those little bit of mistakes that they do in the strategy. So hopefully, especially call me, since they are on defense, I have absolutely no idea on what kind of operator pick that they were doing. But hopefully that pulse pick, if it do works out, if they do, however, get at least 2 or 3 kills, especially if the attackers try to push in from the piano room, maybe we might be able to see Call Me doing some exceptional plays on defense. But for now, Raxi Esports winning 5 defense rounds in a row, and now they are just 2 rounds away of winning against Call Me, and them having the opportunity to eliminate Call Me, since this is a single elims. I mean, this is the qualifier phase after all. Only five, I believe, 5 teams will get the spot to Division 3. If not, I mean, out of 50 teams, only 5 players is a lot of competition, to be honest. And in order to get to those spots, you need to learn more strategies. You need to win more gunfights. You need to make sure that whatever, in a situation that you're in, even if it's a 1v3 or a 1v5, you need to figure out a way to eliminate them, or else it's technically a one-way road. And that's exactly what Raxi Esports is happening right now.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that, Baba Gusta, because honestly, that's what Axie Esports has been showing. They've been amazing with what they've brought on board, and more importantly, it's who doesn't love a good comeback story, right?
Yep.
First round getting shut down and looking very weak to what they started out, but looks like they were just testing waters to pounce on their opponents, and it's been them since that round, over and over and again. 5-2-1, quite the scoreline. Quite the scoreline we've had on day one of our season two. But the match is not over yet. The fight is not over yet. It could be anybody's match for the taking. Let's see whose it is, though, for the taking. Quite interestingly, but we're not getting to see a whole lot of the cafe influence that we get to see just in general for the division matches. So many things are differently able, differently used here, just in terms of how we happen to work around things. But that's the beauty and that's the fun of qualifiers once again. So it's most definitely going to be an interesting look forward to what we'll be expecting from both these teams in the second half of this match. But hey, it's Raxi Esports. They were very good on defense. Will they be as good as they were on defense on attack? Because Cafe does happen to be a defender favored map, and anything could happen in this game of Rainbow Six Siege. We know that, you know that. I'm sure me and Baba know that firsthand, as seeing so many amazing comeback stories witnessed right in front of us. So much of that could be something that Call Me might be able to make happen. But I'm sure I'm sure Raxi Esports is looking like a little more in control, a little better in composure, and hey, it'll be fun to watch where the second half of the match goes ahead. That's for sure.
And that's for sure, Foxy. But for now, we're just waiting for a team, a player from Team Call Me, just waiting for the team to come back. Hopefully, the technical issues has been fixed, but we're just stuck back here. So hopefully. Talking about the match in hand, Foxy, we did see a total of 2 matches, I believe. Both of them on map coastline. Naughty Indians versus Cloud 69, 7-0, favoring on the side of Naughty Indians, and Syndicate versus Resistance on the same map coastline was 7-0, going to the favor of Team Resistance. Now, Resistance 7, actually 6 rounds was on defense, 1 round was on attack, and Naughty Indians was vice versa. Total of 6 rounds on attack and 1 round on defense. It is quite rare to see attackers getting a flawless victory in a flawless win on the first half of attacks. Knowing that in a game of Siege, it's more of like a heavily defender favored map. You do see a lot of deployable shields, the Vomai Jaeger combo, in which it is very hard to counter against, and most of the execution phase that you do go in is most probably in a 30-second or a 20-second timer, in which most of the time when the push comes in, it will be more of like a chaos. But for now, the way how a cafe is going on to right now, we do see some the Jaeger Vomai combo, especially on the third floor bar. We did see the same thing on first floor kitchen on the side of Raxi Esports, although we did see we did see a Vomai Jaeger combo on the side of Call Me as well on defense, but we didn't actually get to see that due to that admin rehost. So hopefully if that match comes back, we'll be able to see how well that they've been performing. But for now, Raxi Esports, an excellent performance. Easy kill, 2 or 3 kills from the Smoke SMG 11, and 3 kills with the Pulses UMP. And Superman, who's been playing as the Wamai, he made sure that he would hold on to the site as best as possible, and he evidently did. He's been performing well both as the support and Ezio, who was performing well as the Jaeger, although some of the times where we did get to see him getting picked off quite early for around 2 to 3 rounds, but they did somehow manage to recover it well. Coming to the support roles and the frag roles coming in from Call Me, we did see Sahade performing extraordinarily well with the Zofia's LMGE. That's a very I would say an uncomfortable weapon to go to, knowing for the fact that LMG has good magazine capacity, it has a decent fire rate and less amount of damage, in which most of them would prefer the assault rifle rather than using the LMG. The only thing that LMG is used for is like you can just keep pre-firing and would not give the defenders an opportunity to just hold an angle or decide to just push in. That's how devastating LMGs are, and it will always will be. With that, it did work out well for around 1 or 2, actually just 1 round. To be honest, it was more of like 2 to 3 rounds where we did see the LMGE making its way. It did work out well, but it did not gave the win for Raxi Esports. So all in all, we not quite a lot that I have to do talk about, because Call Me, they're in a very difficult spot. They only won 1 round of attack, that was on third floor bar. The execution was good, and then Raxi Esports decided to just adapt it very well and made sure they won't do that mistakes ever again. So yeah, I mean, 5 defense rounds. Raxi Esports needs 2 more attack rounds to win against Call Me. And yeah, let's see if we see how it's going to happen. So, yeah.
Definitely. That's most definitely going to be something that we'll be looking out for. But we've had hit a roadblock in terms of where this match is supposed to be going. Call Me has sadly still not got their players up, and it's okay. They're happening to face some difficulty. Can only make sense, but they'll be in very quickly. Don't worry, guys. We're getting everything on the back end done. The admins are on it as well as we fix that quickly and get you the last match for the first day of season two up and running. And speaking of season two, though, Baba Gusta, we once again had Union Gaming crown the champions of season one. Will we get to see another that back consistent performance from what they happened to bring on board? Union Gaming, they were the champions for 4 seasons back to back, except for season 5 last time around for the TEC event, and this time around for the Pro League. They've already won the first one. What do you say? Is it 4 strikes to go, or is there a new contender in Division One coming up that your eyes are on?
Well, Foxy, first and foremost, in Division 2, knowing that Mercenaries, Red Vipers, and E Samurai Esports promoting to Division 1, it is going to be one hell of a match, Foxy. Knowing for the
Definitely,
fact, yeah,
definitely.
because in the SA qualifiers, as I do remember, Mercenaries have won the open qualifiers twice. Although they did not win the majors against Union Gaming, in which they win it out by surprise, and it was a well-deserved one for them. Congratulations to Union Gaming for winning their first majors. And since the second major is going to be back, and that would be on 25th, there is a good amount of rivalries going on between these teams. Union Gaming, Mercenaries. That match is going to be a very exciting match, a thrilling match. So hopefully we'll get to see some extraordinary matches, and
That
also
is for sure.
Union Gaming, Sandy. My God, he's one of the most extraordinary persons I've ever met when it comes to those gunplays. 1v3 situations. Whenever, if it's a 1v3 or a 1v2, Sandy just clutches it out. No matter what kind of positions that they're in, no matter what kind of problems that they're in, they would always get it. So
That is so true, Baba Gusta. But Division 1 stuff aside, we are up and running and we are ready, people. In fact, with the match in hand, Call Me versus Raxi Esports on Cafe. The score is 5-1 in the favor of Raxi Esports, and we're here post the second half of this match. And Baba Gusta, take the mic away.
well, thank you for that, Foxy. Round 7 is in play. Third floor bar is going to be the site. I do have to apologize for the pronunciation. I'm still trying to fix that. And with that, 5-1 will be the scoreline favoring on the side of Raxi Esports, as there will be the one on attack. 6 pick coming in from Shadow Chaser, switching from the Jackal to the IQ. Or will it be the different operator? No, it does not. With that, round 7 will commence as we wait for the loading to proceed. And with that, we will be here with the prep phase. Wonderful performance from both the teams, and also for Call Me. They did try their best, but they need to be more cautious. They need to be more attentive. They need to win more gunfights, or else they're going to have a lot of problems dealing. With that, just waiting for the prep phase to end. We do see a castle being used on the side of third floor bar, quite interestingly. Maybe place those armor panels right from the piano to make sure that the attackers will have a lot of problems trying to take out the travel shield who is holding towards the from the piano room. So with that, we do have to wait for 5 seconds for the prep phase to end, and with that, the attackers will spawn in any second. And now, with that, they will spawn. Quite interesting. We do see a double rotation coming in from the castle super shotgun, which would connect right from the freezer towards the bathroom, and from bathroom towards the piano. Good amount of rotation, but it could go both ways if Raxi Esports gets the control on piano as best as possible. We do see Jaeger prepping for the spawn peak if the attackers try to rappel in. But with that, we do see a total of 3 attackers already in the roof, doing their job, using the sledgehammers to open up the hatches as they proceed to drone out the site. We do see Harry using the magnet nades right from the window to make sure that there won't be any nade plays coming in from the attackers. Easy kill with the M762 primary assault rifle will be able to make his way towards the windows of piano. He's going to drone it out first, check to see how many of those utilities are present, so that he'll be able to follow out with a concussive and a impact. But looks like he's just going to go for the frags instead. He's going to eliminate Bilal. The doctor won't be available. The MP5 and those stem pistols won't be able to give the defenders an edge in the battlefield. The Pulse will be able to take out the drones, eventually giving the information on what kind of positioning that they're playing. We do see Ezio with the Aces Selma Breach Charge successfully opening up the piano room, which would give them the access. They're already in. The flashbangs are thrown out to make sure that they'll be able to waste those Vomai magnets. Harry, he just needs to be careful as he is blinded by the flashbangs. But does he know that there's a push coming in? No, he does not, but he'll be able to alert. The push comes in, eliminating him, but an accidental frag grenade. TK comes in on the side of the attackers. Quite an unfortunate one, as not Bucky accidentally eliminates Easy Kill. With that, a lot of tensions being brewing up, but at least the best part about it is that they have control of the piano room. Still needs to be careful of those barbed wires. It shouldn't be much of a problem with those sledges. Breaching Hammer will be able to eliminate it. VC knows that there is one playing near side the pillar, goes for the gunfight, decides to just rotate back instead. Giving the attackers control on the side of pillars will be a devastating choice for them. As Raxi Esports, they just need to get into the side, hopefully to go for the plant, as they only have 32 seconds left. The UMP in hand, that would be the castle. Needs to be careful on both of the angles. One angle taken care of as Ezio goes down. but he won't win that second angle as the Nomad eliminates one more, as the G8 LMG will be able to eliminate VC. And with that, it will be a post-plan situation coming in from Raxi Esports. 1v3 situation. The Pulse with the cardiac sensor will be able to detect what kind of positions that they're playing, but he needs to convert those informations into kills with a given amount of time. He only has 27 seconds left, and he need at least a total of 6 seconds to disable the diffuser. The Pulse pushing in towards the bar, have no exact idea on what kind of positions that he's playing with, but he'll be able to find one. The pre-fires come in, and with that he is cornered and taken down from Shadow Chaser. Raxi Esports winning round 7 on third floor bar. As we look at it in the ACT Fabrinet's instant replay, they are in match point. One more round to secure their win against Call Me, and they are almost about to eliminate Call Me out of the tournament. Will it happen, or will we see a comeback coming in from the defenders? We'll be able to find out as we proceed to round 8. First floor kitchen is going to be the side with the same operators picks being happening. Just a little bit of different, as Sniper decides to use the Bandit instead of the Pulse, and Harry will be playing the Wamai. I do have to apologize. Harry will be playing as the Wamai.
Well, quite interestingly, so 6-1 match point is in the favor of Raxi Esports, and we've had quite the matches 7-0, 7-0, and this is on the brink of another 7-1 almost. Not a 7-0. Well, the opponents do have our respect. That is, of course, in the case in hand, the ones of Raxi Esports Call Me. But most definitely, it's going to be an interesting outlook to see where Raxi Esports can take themselves, or Call Me. They still are on the defense. They still could bring something up. It's still a huge question that is left to answer, because there's a 5-round gap that I'm able to see between the scorecard. 6-1, hugely in the favor of Raxi Esports, and they look like they might be sealing the deal right here, right now on round 8. We've got Bilal Saab, he's running the Legion, while Sniperly Flash will be on the Bandit. We've got Call Me VC on the Jaeger, and we've actually got the Mozzie and the Wumai being brought on board as well. So that's once again an interesting take. We've still got the change up in terms of what Call Me is trying to bring up, but this time the side is going to be on the side of Kitchen. Superman has brought out the Nomad. We've got Not Bucky and the Zofia with abundance of soft breach. That's more than enough. Shadow Chaser will make sure there's enough intel trade-off for Raxi Esports, while Exio the one will do the hard breaching duty, at least for now. Call Me Harry, he's running the Wumai. He's a little too ecstatic, I would say. He's trying to find the early frag or two, but will that be allowed from the side of the attackers? Raxi Esports have been very vigilant so far in terms of what they happen to be turning out to. They've always had the man count advantage, even towards the end of the rounds. It's not come close. Will this be the round where Call Me can stand up against them? Call Me VC right below Harry Potter he's going to be found by a drone, and a possible push-up will be in. Bilal Saab is going to take some damage from that possible push-up, as Call Me VC is going to walk away with a frag of his own. That's going to be Not Bucky. That's your Sledge. I think he was trying to gain this top floor control, but he just did not have enough information. And Zofia had information, but just had to go for the peak. Could not convert in time, and I don't think Call Me VC knows that he's down the Zofia, as Easy Kill will use a self-revive for herself and get herself back on her feet, but that's a huge trade-off. At least not now. Ace is here, as quite interestingly, so excuse me for that. We do see Exio the one doing this a lot. The double kill has come in from the man. He's not only the hard breacher, but also the fragger for his team somehow. And now we're back to a 3 versus 4. The Mozzie is going to be found as well. Call Me are dropping one by one. This is a cleanup indeed from Raxi Esports, as suddenly they look so much more in control in terms of what they happen to bring out on this match. This could be the round where they happen to clean sweep, almost clean sweep Call Me. Will that be the case? It all depends on Harry and Flash. That is Call Me Harry and Snipery Flash, the Bandit and the Wamai. Bandit close to the prep room, while the Wamai will be watching from all the way from the coffee makers. He's got the window for the freezer as well to fall back to. But right now it's going to be the Bandit who's facing the heat from the Selma breach is happening from the Red's chest. Snipery Flash very careful in terms of where he's supposed to be playing. One head peek and he could get taken out. Easy Kill meanwhile is closing up on his location. The Legion Mine does give away his position. He could possibly win this fight. It's all patience that's going to pay off for Snipely Flash right now. The Bandit, very, very impatient. I can only understand how he must be feeling right now. His nerves getting to him, but he's going to go for the swing and he gets the frag. That's the headshot, but now his position has been given over. Call Me Harry walks away with another frag, but Call Me Harry takes the fall. It's all down to the Bandit, but here's Exia going to the plant so close to him. This is not the wisest of decision, but here's Shadow Chaser. He'll get the final frag, and that'll be RAXI Esports finishing this up, people. Round 8 goes to them, and the match goes to them. 7-1 will be the cleanup from RAXI Esports as they don't let their opponents walk away with even a little bit of mercy. What a performance of, what a display of domination, if I may, from all the teams today for the start of Season 2, the qualifiers.
Well, a wonderful match that we did get to see. Raxi winning it out against Team Call Me on map Cafe 7-1. What a wonderful match that we did get to see there. And also, that would be the end of the third match. But for now, we're just going to check out for the highlights on what exactly happened on these specific rounds, just to try to make some analysis, to try to figure out what kind of rights and wrongs that have been done from both of these teams, and maybe we'll actually get to learn about what kind of strategies that both of these teams will be able to give. So for now, the map was map Cafe Dostoevsky. 2 maps was on Coastline, and the last map was Cafe. The total of quite a one-sided match. I do have to I do have to say it honestly. 7-0, 7-0. From both Naughty Indians versus Cloud 69 and Syndicate versus Resistance. And with that, we are going to go check the highlights of Call Me versus Roxy at Relive the Moment. Quite an interesting match that we did get to see, especially on round 1. This was one specific round where Call Me had the opportunity to win the first round. Apparently, they did not successfully defend on the piano room, which gives the attackers to hold on those specific angles, and they did, however, win it. Shadow Chaser, he did well to try to make sure that the plant wouldn't go out. The only problem was he was all by himself in a 1v3. So that was a very good performance coming in from RAXI Esports and also from Call Me. A good performance from the Ash as well. And then this was the second round, third floor bar, where we did get to see the Goyo in play. That would be Superman with the TCSG shotgun with a beautiful one tap from the windows of piano wall, from the piano window. And he did held his ground pretty well. And this was the third round on first floor kitchen. The attackers, not having any information, decides to fully commit push from the double door entrance of kitchen cooking. It didn't work out quite well. There was the angles being made from both of the defenders, and it worked out very well. Not having any informations, the defenders easily won that round out. Although we did get to see some different operator specs, especially the fuse pick coming in on the side of Call Me, but it did not happen. Easy kill. A very impressive triple kill coming in from him from the SMG 11, eliminating both of the push coming in. Knowing that he was in 10 HP, he need to make those risky plays, and he did exactly that, making a 2v4, actually a 2v3 into a 2v0 situation now. So I believe this was round 6, first floor kitchen, and this was also went on the favor of RAXI Esports. To be honest, for the past 5 rounds, it was just RAXI Esports all the way. The performance, the gunplay, and also some good use of utility did win them performingly well. I do have to put that was round 5, and this was the round 6. It was a 2v2 situation, and Call Me didn't exactly get the information quite perfectly, which led to him being in a 1v2 situation. And we didn't get to see them use the drone works a lot, leaving them not having good amount of information. They had the drones in hand. They did not have good enough amount of time to check whether if they have at least changed their positions or not, which actually led Call Me in a very difficult situation. Now in the side of defense, it's also the same thing. The only thing was RAXI Esports were in a post-plan situation, whereas Call Me was most probably in a 1v3 or a 1v2 situation. Although a good appreciation from Call Me, they did try to at least recover some of the man content, which it was early. it was early taken out from the early round, but it did not quite work out. And yeah, this was the last round on round 8, where the bandit did try his best to eliminate one, tries to reposition back, even with the plant from the ace, who almost gave the opportunity for Call Me to get a perfect win, but it did not work out. Raxi Esports with a dominating win against Call Me 7-1. They are going to eliminate Call Me. So for them, I do have to, be the bearer of sad news. They have to try their luck in season 3. But for now, congratulations for Axie Esports. They will proceed, and they need to be careful about being eliminated.
Definitely quite the day we had for the day one of season 2 qualifier. Starting off, a quick rundown of what we had. Syndicate versus the Resistance. The Resistance took that 7-0, a clean sweep. Then we had Not Indians versus Cloud 69, and Not Indians took that away with the same 7-0 on the same map, coastlines, clean sweep as well. Then we had the match that we just happened to witness, Rax Esports versus Call Me, and it was a 7-1 clean, almost clean sweep on the map of Cafe. So quite the day, an explosive one-sided start in a way to the season 2 qualifiers. But hey, that's not it. That's not what we're only getting started. In fact, this was the day one. Tomorrow we'll be back with day 2 of season 2 qualifiers. I'm your host Foxtrot, and joining me is Baba Gusta and Eisen on the back end, and we'll be joining you guys tomorrow with more siege action on the day 2 of the season 2 of the Pro League qualifiers. See you guys then.